the shoujo type anime.
This is what I want you to do, dude. We have about until the end of the month before we get that cyberpunk thing up and running.
Yeah.
I want you to watch some Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely
So
watch
you
some
can get
Cowboy
the
Bebop.
feel.
Yes, I've been needing an actual reason to watch them.
Hey, Nate, just so you know, if you can manage to play once a week, man, we got a spot in this fucking Space Odyssey Cowboy Bebop game coming up. It's Pathfinder. It's themed after Space Odyssey. It's got a ton of Cowboy Bebop style art in it.
Yeah.
Space Odyssey, is that another anime? that I
No,
need
it's
to watch?
Space Odyssey as in, like, you're going to spend more time in outer space than on planets. You're going to be going to
Gotcha.
space stations and stuff. All that shit. I'm going to go
Cool.
grab my Red Bull.
So the world that exists, does it have like our planets, or is it completely like original planet?
Well, I was hoping to explain this to you tonight after the game if you're still on.
Oh, okay.
But we got 9 minutes. The basic concept of the thing is that when a race in this giant universe reaches a certain level of technology, they inevitably discover how to manipulate and see dark matter. When they do, these races discover these giant structures in their solar systems that they couldn't see before called arc gates. And through reverse engineering, they figure out how to open them. When they open them and travel through them, they are greeted on the other side by a group known as the Galactic Federation of races, and then they are accepted into the Federation and become part of the ruling body of the universe.
Okay.
And so the setting is that you guys are in a place called the Centaurus Nebula, I think is what I called it, which is where all these kind of arc gates meet. And inside this giant galaxy, there are arc gates that are not open yet, and there are ones that they can't get to connect to others that they don't know where they go. They don't know where these things came from. It's kind of like Altered Carbon, and you know how in the second season of Altered Carbon, Nate, they keep mentioning that like the tech on that planet is so old they don't know who made it.
Well, I wish they would have touched more in the second season of how good the second book had so much more lore in it.
Yeah, but they basically
I wish they would have gotten
explain in
into more
that
of
book
it.
that this tech is so old
Yeah.
that they have no clue where it came from.
They only
That's kinda
touched on
how
a
it
little
is with
bit of
the
lore.
arcades.
There's so much lore in the second book. Oh.
Yeah, I've ripped off a little Altered Carbon for this game too.
Yeah.
I might even I've been thinking about doing the stack thing from Altered Carbon, so if people die and their characters are gone, they can as long as their stack isn't destroyed, they can get a new sleeve and still play the same character they were playing in a different body.
You could do a whole mission with the rest of the group to come get your stack and actually put it into a new sleeve.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do, so people don't have to give up their characters they just give up their character but not their personality.
Yeah.
Which is the thing people get most attached to anyway.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask, though, was would it be possible/plausible to have my character be a human from one of the planets in the solar system?
Yeah, because humanity has opened its gate and has met. So you're free to do that.
Awesome.
Let me go ahead. Show non-participants. Okay, that's all we want. Then we go with pop out. Nate's the only one with the camera on. Bazinga, can you turn your camera on for me real quick, brah? Like, brah.
Is he even there?
Oh, he there. He there, because I call him brah. It just pisses him off when I call him brah. Like, what up, brah? Fucking goddamn midnight douche over here with his camera so dark I can't see anything. Oh, that's
you gotta get into that vampire mood.
Yeah, we got a couple characters done last night. Bazinga's character's ready to go, and Val's character's ready to go.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, we have some stuff done already. That's the point. Like, we've got some stuff going.
Alright, cool.
Why is this not popping up? Okay, let me just go like that, and then go back to that. You know, I'm getting real tired of this fucking camera thing every time I try to stream this shit. Because it never works properly. I have to reset it every goddamn time. Okay. Thank God I got 5 minutes to do it. I mean, it's not like I need the goddamn Nate, the cam up anyway. Nate never looks at the fucking screen, the jackass. And half the time, Bazinga's off, like, taking a dump or something. The next time I decide to stream a thing, I'm just going to do... Dude, his camera is so fucking dark, I can't see him at all.
Because he wasn't even in camera.
I just walked
I
over
can
there.
still barely see him, though. That's the thing. Okay, who is, like, cooking a Bunsen burner?
I think you just heard my sink, dude.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Okay, so now we'll wait for Bazinga to get done jacking off or something so I can fix his cam.
My fault, the plumbing's fucked.
Like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm about to smack him upside the head. Session canceled. I'm driving up to his house to smack him off his fucking head. Right in the back of the head.
Would it help if I turned my camera on while we're waiting for him to get back?
No, because that's just gonna make stuff move around.
By the way,
Alright.
I gotta ask. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you just fine.
You're
Alright,
a little
cool.
like worse quality, but
Well,
we can
because
hear
I'm
you.
using my earbuds with my phone rather than the headset.
Mm.
I've been told that when I wear the headset, I am very loud. And we have neighbors, so I cannot be screaming at 10 o'clock at night.
I'll tell them to go fuck themselves.
I do have you
Polite
turned
way.
up to 200%, but I had you turned up to 200% the whole time. So
Alright, Bazinga, can you turn your camera on, man? I see your back now.
Yeah, hold on.
Also, your character's ready to go.
Alright.
It took me like I'd say 30 minutes of generation points to get your token.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there goes $4 fucking dollars. I had to get just the right prompt for something to come out.
Sorry, so picky.
No, it just every time I put something in, it didn't come. It came out looking like a furry, and I was like, "That's not what he wants. He wants a person with a mask on, not a fucking furry with a fucking human on."
Yeah.
With a human on.
Yeah, it kept looking like a furry with a human on instead of a human with a mask on. It was fucking hilarious until I wasted like so much time that it started pissing me off.
It's funny that you
Okay.
understood what I meant, though.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I'm not a
come on,
furry.
cam boy, I gotta get this go. Come on, motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah, boom.
Fucking jackass. Now I gotta fix both you and Nate at the same time. I tell you, if I decide to stream the Cyberpunk campaign, it's literally just going to be the pictures of the characters and nothing else. And I'm not doing this camera shit anymore.
boring.
What? I don't care if it's boring.
I said boring because you don't get the reactions of the people.
yeah.
Dude,
Like,
you want the
You're
reactions
supposed to
of the
be
people?
RPing out loud.
You want the
Yeah.
reactions of the people. Let's take a look at the reactions of the people. Okay? I check these streams every week. Let's have Nate staring down at his phone or something else for 35 minutes every session. Or Bazinga disappearing for 45 minutes. They're not seeing any reactions anyway, motherfucker.
He does have a point. But
Like, you sons of bitches aren't reacting because you're not fucking looking at the camera.
no. You do have a point, Grim. But I do tend to watch if I'm watching a D&D stream. Well, just like a lot of times I'll watch when favorite authors of mine are playing D&D. They have no map up usually. It's just them.
Yeah, and you know what? I know for a fact that doesn't work because the other.
I enjoy watching it more that way. I'm
No,
one person at least.
Yeah, maybe you, but other than Critical Role, the biggest ones are the ones that have the camera up, have the map up. They use art and everything. Captain Robert is one of the biggest ones. Nathan disappeared again.
The one I like is a podcast, so there's no images.
Yeah, there's a few podcasts
Okay.
that do D&D stuff I've seen. Been recommended. I haven't listened to them, but
I'll admit I use a lot of art, but I like the visualized representation, and it helps my mind to remember what we're doing. All right.
Well, it helps, like, for the podcast ones, I'm sure it helped with having an author, actually, as the DM. Someone that can actually...
So, Alex is going to be running
I don't
late
know
tonight.
The Adventures.
And as usual, JD will probably show up right after I say he's not here yet. Like, within a minute or so. So we're just going to get started here.
Science.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So when we last left off, you guys had just gotten done killing what I thought was an overpowered boss inside a dungeon. Should warn you ahead of time, I am doubling the difficulty of everything you fight from now on because I'm tired of this shit.
Oh, great.
I'm tired of the balance being so bad in D&D. So instead of using deadly as my marker, I'm using deadly with the little words underneath it that say, what? In an attempt
That's okay. Double of nothing is still nothing.
Motherfucker. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just gonna start throwing creatures at you. Big. Oh, look, the placer beast pop out. Oh, look, a fat man with a stick. All right. So anyway, when we last left off, you guys had finished killing off the spider and running out of the mines before they collapse.
Yes.
And as you do that, you see, oh, that's not Hondo. Gil, was that? No, that is Hondo. You see Hondo come running up to you. What's going on in there, boys?
Some giant spider thing was collapsing the tunnels. We got everyone out that we could, and we killed the spider. Or at least we knocked out its legs. I don't know if it survived the fall.
Giant spider? Ugh, God damn this place. I swear to God, ever since I got transferred from the happy-go-lucky farm and having to deal with these goddamn shattered... And he's like punching the ground. He's like, I'm sick and tired of the creatures in the goddamn shattered plains. Everywhere you turn.
Has this not been the last time that this happened? Has this happened before?
We've never dealt with a giant spider, but like, fuck, we deal with crazy shit constantly.
Them shattered beams, you know?
He turns around and he points in the sky. Do you see the birds up there? Those fuckers fly down and rip people's heads off at times. It's a very dangerous job out here, and we do not get paid very well.
Well, I would suggest talking to your union rep.
Union rep? The hell? He turns and looks over at like, Malcolm. Is this douche serious? Union rep? What the hell are you talking about?
They say that they're good. But I don't know about spending my hard-earned money.
I don't know if convict colonies have union reps.
Hey, we're not a convict colony. We're technically a whorehouse with a mine.
You pay now so that you don't get fucked and don't get paid later.
That's not gonna work. Us miners, we like getting fucked.
I think you misunderstand.
No, I think you misunderstand. As he turns and looks over at Malcolm again. Sir, I believe you're and this is the DM speaking. I believe you're the one that talked to him last time. I believe you're
Raven
the one
was
that
also there, but...
earlier.
I think it was Val in me.
Okay. You could tell your boss I will most certainly be at his meeting. And thank you for saving my friends. As the like miners come running over to help like with the couple injured that you pulled out. And then he looks around and goes,
It's what we do, sir.
Jacob! Oh, God, tarnation, where the hell's Jacob?
Not everyone made it out of the mines. Was Jacob down there?
Are you telling me you left my son in there?
Left. We did what we could.
Cue the sad music.
He turns, starts walking away. He's like, how can the Lord take 7 children from a man?
I think at 7, there's a bit of a pattern going on.
Do you know
I know I told my wife that we would be done making kids, but we're gonna have to try
I
again.
thought it was a shadow.
And he walks off crying.
that poor woman?
Poor woman is right.
Those poor children.
7 children.
Have you? I don't want to know.
7 children, mind you. 4 twins.
Oh no.
Have you ever heard the sound birth given? That is not a fun experience.
Born at separate times of the year somehow.
Did you say 4 twins make 7?
No, no.
That's 8.
I'm joking, dude. I said 4 children. I said. You know what? I was just joking, man. So he walks off. You have his seal of approval. He will be coming to the meeting. If there's anything you guys wish to do in town before you start on your way back, rest or whatnot, you are free to do what you wish.
I'm
Good,
checking that bounty board.
What's up?
Sorry.
All right. Someone said something else. You said bounty board.
I just said he can go be his own union rep.
He's gonna have a hard time collecting dues from his 7 dead children. You see,
Now
like, in the
that's a-
background, this guy's posting a sign up, and it's like, it says Hondo Murder Express, and it's got a list of children crossed off of it, and the new one,
Oh, dear.
Jacob down bottom, is now being crossed off by a guy with a knife.
What the fuck?
Because they've all died in the mines.
In the mines? That's different.
Were they minors?
Yeah, they were all miners. Dude, I'm making this up as we
No.
go. Yeah.
How old were they? Were they kids?
Minors.
Minors.
Now
No,
that's a
he's not a
violation of
slave
child
labor
labor
guy.
laws.
When they hit 18, he throws them out to work in the mines.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because I was thinking, 7 children, okay, well, places like this have a really high mortality rate for kids. But then you said that they all died in the mines. That's just bad luck.
All right, so you said you're heading over to look at the bounty board, which doesn't exist,
Yeah.
but I'll create it as we go.
Thank you.
All right, so as you step into the tavern where the bounty board would be, you see... All right, where is this chick? Are you going to tell me she's not going to... All right, there we go. You see Jill frantically running around and trying to, like, clean, like, bandages and stuff so she can start working on the people they've brought in.
Hey there. You need help with anything?
She's like, sugar. I mean, you look more dead than they do, but hold this man down real quick. We gotta amputate. And she's like, getting like bandages together. Guy's like,
Alrighty.
You gonna hold this guy down?
Yeah.
All right, give me a strength. It's gonna be in athletics.
Alrighty.
This guy doesn't exist, so he's going to be pretty strong because he's the minor, so he's got a +4.
Alrighty.
Okay, which one was you? The top one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you grab a hold of this guy's shoulders, and you're like holding him down, and she's like, all right, you ready? Ready? And she goes, and the second the blade touches his leg, he rips forward, jumping up, sending you flying back like 5 feet because you're such a goddamn weakling. And she's like, God damn it, Sugar, help me!
I'm trying.
You gonna try to grab him again?
I'll try. Yeah.
He used a lot of energy on that last push.
Surprised these guys aren't chugging alcohol for anesthesia.
Oh, he's drunk. They're pouring shit down his throat. It's just Kane rolled such a shit roll he couldn't hold him down the first time. So you imagine holding down, she starts, And as she's cutting through, she's like, "So, where are you from, youngin?"
Well, I was originally from High Noon, and then I just sort of traveled all over.
Ah, just passing through. Or do you plan on hanging around?
I gotta go with the guys. We're working on some important stuff. So.
And as you're saying that, you hear as she gets to the bone.
Ooh,
Ah,
yikes.
that's good. That's good. Well, thank you for holding him down. He's passed out now. You can let him go.
All right.
Much obliged. Take a free drink before you go. And then she kind of like
Hey,
crosses the leg over her shoulder.
For the future, since this seems like a regular occurrence, if you can get your hands on some ether, that might be really helpful to you.
Ether? We don't use anesthetics around here.
Oh, just saying, it might be a little simpler.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a fear thing. Like, they hear the screams, they know not to fuck up in those mines.
All right, whatever works, I guess.
It works pretty well for the most part.
What about some restraints?
You're not in there, so you're not seeing any of this. But what you would hear her say is, "Honey, I use the restraints around here, not them."
Oh shit!
There's gotta be some people into that stuff, so there's gotta be restraints lying around.
All right, so you walk up to this board, this like bounty board. Go ahead and roll me an investigation as you take a look at it.
Investigation.
Okay, you don't gather too much stuff, except for a news clipping that's maybe a week old, and the news clipping says, it basically talks about the fall of West Gilead, and a few reports of people seeing an odd object flying in the sky, and reports of a village called Lake Town getting completely annihilated, and all the people within it basically disappearing in the East Gilead area. What was that?
I heard bits. You said Lake Town?
Yes. Fix your shit.
Lake Town, that you said that was in East Gilead.
Yeah, it was wiped off the map a few days, about a week ago. And all the people within it are missing. Nobody got out except for people who weren't there in the first place, and then happened to come back and find that the town was like leveled. And no one knows exactly what happened to it. But no bounties on the board that you notice of any importance.
Alright.
I'll jump outside real quick. What are you guys doing outside?
Raven's actually gonna follow Hondo. I'm guessing he's going back to his what's it called? Guild office?
Yep. So you're following the distraught old man to poke holes into my fucking random lore I put together?
Maybe.
Say
Hondo.
Yeah, huh? You find him in his office, like chugging a bottle of vodka.
Say Hondo. Okay then. So
it doesn't work quite as well as it used to. I gotta prepare myself.
Prepare yourself for what?
What do you mean for what? I gotta replace the worker somehow.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's probably not healthy. I don't know. So listen. We ran into a shattered creature way outside the Shattered Plains on one of our previous missions, and I was wondering if you're living among them like this.
Dude, you gotta fix that mic, man. You can put your thing on push to talk. Alright? That way it's only turning on when you want to talk. Alright, continue, Val, sorry.
Yeah, so since you're living among these shattered creatures, do you have an expert on how to deal with them? Someone who knows maybe how one of them ends up leaving these planes?
It's hard to be an expert other than the hunters, because the variety of creature is almost never the same. Even the birds you saw out there that we kill and eat, their anatomy is always different in some way or another. Almost like every creature is a different species unto itself. It's very odd.
Okay.
As for a creature traveling out of the plains, I've never heard of that before. What type of creature was it?
It was a lion. We hunted it down alongside the Uruk tribe.
That makes sense, because if I was to guess a creature escaping the plains, it would be one of the lions or tigers, because they show an extreme level of intelligence. We actually have issues with them raiding the village at night, like the camp, and they will walk right through the entire village and pick someone off the streets and leave without anybody even noticing.
That sounds awful.
They're incredibly intelligent. That's why we lock up and keep everybody inside at night. We've had one break into a building once.
So you have not found a way to deal with them.
Oh, we can kill them. They're just not easy to kill. And they're very intelligent.
I mean, one of them was enough. I mean, one managed to somehow control like the whole horde of lions and complete decimate the Uruk tribe, who are supposed to be expert hunters.
That is incredibly odd, but I mean, when you consider out here how all the creatures are, it's probably more difficult for one of them to control creatures in this area, because they all are very odd and very powerful. But I could see probably a lion having enough control and power to subjugate groups of weaker creatures for sure.
Alright, so I guess there's not really any feasible way to prevent that from happening.
Afraid not.
Other than just hunt them down whenever
But again,
they do.
I've never heard of it happening, so it's a rarity already.
Well, you've heard of it now.
And he takes the vodka and he's like, if you'd excuse me, I got some drinking
Yes.
to do. And he starts chucking it again.
You do that. I am not qualified to help you. Have a good one.
As you leave, give me a an investigation check real quick.
Investigation. Oof.
Okay, you can't really tell, but you do see like a little shelf and it's got 6 pictures on it in a row.
You see, can they take a picture of the corpse?
No, they're just pictures of his kids.
I know.
Well,
There's 7 kids.
I would guess he has one. He just hasn't put it up there on the displayer yet. What I'm insinuating
remember...
is that that's the shrine to the dead, where he puts the pictures of his dead family in memory of him, and he hasn't put the other one up there yet. So he'll grab a picture from that he has, and he'll frame it and put it up there at one point, and then there'll be 7 in the line of kids that have died under Hondo's watch.
I'm telling you, man, like 3, I can see being just tragic accidents, but 7? There's that, like, maybe there's nothing more that he can do other than just not send them into the mines, but...
Alright, so as you step back out, is there anybody else got anything they want to do for the group pack? Ooh, why is there a spear icon on your character?
Yeah, I want to go talk to the well, his name's not there, the Viking gentleman that runs the forge.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta delete Impale off of Bazinga. Apparently he's been impaled.
His name is Tord.
Orged?
Tord. I put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Why do I feel like I didn't name him Tord? But then again, I'm an idiot. Torin.
I mean, that's what I heard. Maybe I was wrong.
His name is
but...
Torin. All right, so you step up to the blacksmith and you see him banging away on like a giant like breastplate almost.
And I walk up to him and be like, "Hey,
Yes, good sir.
I'm appreciating some of your work around here. I was wondering if you know a way to upgrade this chainmail I'm wearing. I don't need nothing too heavy, but just a little bit more durability."
Takes a look at it. He's like, yeah, there's plenty of ways to upgrade it, but it's not cheap.
Not cheap. I don't even know that much. Look at my inventory.
You have 875 gold.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what would 500 gold get me?
Oh, let's see. Let me take a look at the stats of this thing. Because I know that's definitely not getting you a +1. Let me take a look at your stats. You have...
I mean, you could upgrade to a breastplate.
No, I'm thinking
just don't
of
really-
actual modifier, so hang on a second.
I don't really want extra weight or anything, so yeah.
Okay, he says, I could take a couple minutes. I might be able to lighten up the noise it makes. So it's much quieter. Basically, if you give him 500 gold, he will remove the imposes disadvantage on your stealth rolls.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't, it's too early to feed you more armor without you
Yeah.
buying, like, plate mail. Plate mail's like the next step up of armor that you carry is, like, 1,100 gold to get, and that's, like, plate mail, and that would give you 18 armor. So if I upgraded this to plate mail at 1,800 armor, 18 armor when you only have 800 gold would be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
So unless you want to save your money and then get plate later.
No, it'd be less quiet and more ability on my stealth rolls. I'll go for it.
Yeah. So if I remove that, let me just roll a stealth roll and make sure it works, because then I won't have to do anything. All right, yeah. So you will no longer have disadvantage on your stealth rolls when you do that. And I'm going to drop you 500. Nice doing business with you, partner.
Thank you. Keep up the good work.
When you get yourself a good amount of gold, come back around. I'll get you some enchantments on that. It goes back to... Ting, ting. Anybody else? I know that JD's here now. Do you have anything, JD?
No, I'm good.
Do you guys wish to rest in town before you head out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then everybody go ahead and give yourself a long rest if you know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect you all know how to do it by now, but then again... There's one! Woohoo!
Found it.
There's two! There's three!
Hey, this is a new sheet. Where's the? Oh, here it is.
There's four.
It's on bottom left of the portrait.
Yeah, I see.
And I'll get Alex done. There's 5. There we go.
Sorry.
Alright. Now, again, I ask if there's any cool stuff you guys want to attempt to do before you ride out, or are you heading back to town? Like, you're heading back to Valaria with your missions complete.
Ooh. I kind of want to leave behind something.
What are you doing?
I want Kane to leave something behind.
Okay.
Like as a message to Vincent.
Okay, what are you doing?
Should like carve the gang symbol or something into the wood or something of one of the posts or something like that.
You guys haven't got a gang yet.
No, his outlaw thing.
Oh, okay.
The father's, not his.
Give me a sleight of hand then. You
All
say
right.
We say you walk up to the signpost of the town where they keep like another copy of the bounty board and shit.
Damn it.
You etch a crudely looking burning penis, which is the symbol of your old gang. No, like, what is the symbol of the old gang that you want to, like?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that, but should be like a skull with a star in the forehead. Or something in the forehead, like.
Dude, I'm having a lot of trouble hearing you with that mic, actually. I thought
Alright,
it was
let me
fine,
switch
but
over
I'm
to the
having a
thing
whole
then.
ton of trouble. You just got to control your loudness.
No, I can just switch over to the headset, but I'm gonna have to, like,
Leave an
end the
earbud
call
off.
and rejoin.
Like, leave an ear can off so you can hear.
Alright.
And then you'll be less loud. That's what I do, because my girlfriend always yells at me for being too loud.
No way, I don't believe it.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Alright, we get the horse on the map. As he's doing that, so he leaves, like, he said like a skull with a star over it or something. I didn't get it all. But he leaves that on the thing as you guys mount up and head out and start your long trek back to Valaria Castle. Which is about a 1.5-day ride through the plains. It's rather quiet right now. Almost as if the storm that was brewing over the castle was what was causing the creatures to be moving around and such. And now that the storm is settled down, there's less action amongst the creatures of the land. Again, this place is a very weird place. I finally set it up to change music as we swap screens and shit. Which I like.
Cool.
So you ride for about a 1.5 days without rest, wanting to get back to town. So, you know, Bazina get back to Becca. You guys are going to be a little bit shocked here because I have rebuilt Valaria Castle.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can you guys see that map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you guys roll up,
Valaria Chateau.
it's almost as if a whole new world opens up in front of you as you come riding up into Valaria Chateau again. Let me get my because I'm writing up all this cool stuff to go with the place, and I think of it like me reintroducing Valaria Chateau. Stop. Why are you not popping up correctly? Okay, so high above the canyons and plains of Little Rock sits Valaria Chateau, a castle passed down through generations. Today it is the beacon of light in the region of the world filled with crime and corruption, a place where the government has long since died off. The chateau is cut from obsidian stone, and with only one way up, it's almost impossible for it to be attacked successfully. Inside, a traveler would find stables, a forge, an inn, and a well-stocked bar, and many good, hard-working people. Owned by Irving von Valaria V of the chateau. Irving von Valaria V. The chateau watches over Little Rock Town and helps hold the last safe area in the region out of the hands of the Syndicate. So as you guys approach up to these castle gates that you've been many times, but you never really looked over before, you notice that the gates break into what is a vast region on top of a giant plateau. There's farmland, there's houses all over in different sections of this area, and then there's the chateau proper in the center of this thing. It's almost like a giant, like a small city-state, like think of like Athens or Sparta. It's like a city-state, basically. And you notice right away as you enter the gates onto the plateau that over by the gates to the actual chateau, you see Sam, and you see a bunch of people that look a mess. They're disheveled, but you see them lined up, being kind of like pushed into the courtyard as you guys come riding up.
Mommy, I'm home.
you don't see Becca outside the walls. You see, but as I said, you see groups of people. See where the horse is?
Yep.
That's the gateway into the place proper, and that's where all the line of people, and you see Sam there at the back, kind of like herding people in, pointing for them to head inside. And the floor is yours for anything you guys might want to RP. In other words,
Damn, what's going on here?
he says, "Oh, just in time. We were hoping you'd be back soon, but this is perfect timing. The attack happened. These are refugees.
Oh no, from I can remember the name.
Deadwood. These are
Deadwood,
refugees
yes.
from Deadwood.
That's it.
You better hurry inside. Irving's taking care of them right now. Becca's in there. We're trying to get it sorted out. A lot of women and children. The rest of the men stayed at the town. I don't know all the details yet."
All right. Well, we need to go to Irving to report on our success. Anyway,
Let's get in there. We can help.
And I'll throw you guys on the map inside here. Plop. 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 Like turds dropping out of an ass. Kerplop.
you're the one dropping them.
Yep. The fucking taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, every one of you fuckers. Alright, so you guys come walking in, and you see a mass of women and children pretty much everywhere. And you see Irving over in one area over here talking and helping these people, and you see Becca up in another spot tending to some wounds and helping. And she's like, "Give me more water. Boil it. Give me more water now. I need bandages over here." And Irving's like, Don't worry. We're going to take care of this. They're not going to get your town, I swear. I swear they're not going to get your town. And there's like these kids crying and shit. The floor is yours.
Lord Irving, we've returned from our delivering the messages. Everyone has agreed to the.
I can't hear about that right now. These people are dying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Raven. My goals do not mean anything right now. These people need my help. I'm sorry. Drop your weapons
I
and
will.
get to helping. What was that?
I said I walk up to her and was like, what could we do at this moment to help you out in this dire situation?
You gotta calm the kids down, and anybody with medical abilities head over towards Rebecca. She's helping people. So if anybody can heal, so Alex is gonna head over there.
I'll head over there.
Does stitching prowess count as medical knowledge?
Irving says, go see Jarvis. You can help repair some old clothes. We need to get them supplies so they can actually. They have nothing. They took nothing with them.
Oh, I am more skin stitching type, but okay.
I'll probably go help with that as well.
You said you could fucking stitch. He sent you the stitch.
Alright.
And then he turns and looks at you, Zahn, and he goes, "Zahn, I know what you're capable of, and I know how fast you can move. Do me a favor. Check the perimeter. Make sure no one's coming here. This is a very, very dangerous situation."
Will do.
All right, we'll start over here with Rebecca. So as you approach Malcolm, you see Becca working on these people. She's got like a line of like 3 or 4 people that look injured. They're not severe, but mostly dehydration, sprained ankles, stuff like that. And she's just like kind of bandaging up what she can and trying to help people. Except for this one guy who looks real bad.
Darling, we're back. What can we do?
She turns around. "Oh, perfect timing. Come here." And she moves steps aside. "This man here, he's been shot. They took him all the way from Deadwood. He's been bleeding for 3 days. I don't think we can save him, but I'm not a magician. Can you two do anything?"
We'll do our best. Come on, let's get to work.
Axel's like, well, the guy's not a chick, so I don't care. All right, let me throw a random guy. We'll just throw that on here, and we'll say this is the dude. All right?
Oh, that's the dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a kid.
That's
Screw
just a
you,
kid. Right
kid.
there. So this guy.
It's one of those twins. Yeah, that other guy Hondo has.
This guy has a massive hole in his stomach. All right. But it's also festering, which means you're gonna have to cure out the disease that's festering in him and the infection before you can heal up the wound and save him. Stop fucking recording.
Sounds good.
So I don't know if you have any spells that do anything. Look through your shit.
Remind me, Malcolm is a paladin, right?
Yes, but I don't know if he's at the level where he can.
The lay on hands. He's got lay on hands.
Yes, but lay on hands. I don't know if it just start with it or does he get that later?
You start with it, and it starts with the ability to treat disease.
Your blessed touch can heal wounds.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, dude. All right.
All right.
The amount you use will help modify. All right. So
All right.
we'll say if you use all 25, that's 5 increments of 5. So you'll get a +5 on this roll, this medicine roll, to attempt to cure out the poison and shit with it.
All right.
So if you want to use all of your lay on hands, don't know how safe that is, but I'm just telling you what you can do. All right. You don't have to, because the goal is to beat a certain DC. And like I said, if you use 20, it'll be a +4. If you use 15, it'll be a +3. How much are you using?
I guess everything.
Okay. And at this exact moment, you are attacked by roving mobs, and he has no lay on hands. So, all right, so go ahead and roll me
He's
a
never
medicine.
used it before anyway.
Use a medicine check. If you can get, as this guy's like writhing, he's burning hot. Just lay on hands touching him, burnt your hand almost. But you managed to start pulling out the infestation of like rot on him. And as that clears out, someone needs to heal him with an actual healing spell.
I'll heal him with something.
All right. So again, it's going to work with two things. The level of the spell you cast will determine the modifier, and there'll be a medicine check to see if you successfully like close the wound up without, because it's a bad wound. So what level healing spell would you like to use on him?
Do level 3.
All right, so you're going to use a level 3 healing cure wounds
Healing,
on this guy.
Yeah, cure wound.
So we're going to give you a +5 on this medicine check.
What? Which guy is it?
It's the little face right here. You don't have to cast it on him. I drain the spell from your slot. We can just say you
Oh,
go
okay.
and touch him and start healing him while at the same time Bazinga's holding draining the poison out of him and rot as you do this. So go ahead and give me a medicine check. And it's going to have a +5 on it. DC will be 14. Ooh. You just barely get it. DC was 14, I said. So
Yep.
You start healing him. You see the wound start stitching up as the rot comes out. And it's almost like you've pulled all this like pus and disgustingness out of him, and it just pours out onto the ground. And then the wound starts to stitch up and heal. And Becca's like, "You did it. Oh my God, you did it." And she goes over and gives you a hug as this guy passes out. He's kind of passes out on the ground. And the kid runs over, "Daddy, Daddy!" And he starts hugging the guy.
Oh, that's just heartwarming.
I'm glad I could help.
And then
We could help. I'm glad we could help.
The wife comes over and hugs Axel. "Thank you, Sweetums."
See, you got some action.
Awkwardly, I go, "You're welcome." It's what I do.
All right. All right, so over here, Jarvis is he's got the kids like lined up, and he has the kids like they're like ripping like cloth, and then putting them in boiling water so that they can be sterilized as you guys show up. Oh, sorry, Jarvis, Jeeves. I get the fucking mixed up. Whatever.
Hiya. There. Just-
Hello.
Tell us what to do and we'll get to doing it.
Any of you know how to mix tonics and medicines?
Well, you know, I just so happen to have knowledge in that sort of particular category.
Alright, he's like, alright, come with me. And he drags you over to like where this boiling water is. He's like, I need strong herbal setup here. And as smart as I am, the one thing I don't know is much about medicine and tonics. I need this water to be mixed with some good herbal setup so that we can prevent infection on these people and help with the dysentery that I know some of them have.
Alrighty.
Let's have some fun with this, dude. This is completely off the cuff, by the way. All right, so there's a pile of stuff in front of you. There's like a bowl with some brown herbs in it. There's a bowl with some black, like, almost like gunpowder looking stuff. And then there's a bowl with this weird gel that's green. And he's got the boiling water. He's like, what do we mix to get this correct? Okay, give me a second. I'm going to say, so I want to write this down. All right. So the mixture will be okay. So you tell me how many, you make a guess, and this will determine modifiers, all right? I'm doing this all off the cuff, all right?
Yeah.
How many parts black powder do you want to put in with this? 1 to 3.
Before we do this, am I allowed to make a check to see if I know what any of these are?
Absolutely, you can make a check on each one, dude.
Alright.
DC 14 for each one. You have the you have like an alchemy thing I gave you, right?
Harvesting/refinement?
Yeah.
Does that?
Yep, that will be what you use. Start with the black one.
Alright.
Alright, so this is a mixture called tinderweed. It's a black weed you get from swampy areas that they dry out and then mush up into dust. It's generally used for seeping out infections. And because of that role, you know that if you were to mix it in a drink, if you were to put too much, you could, like, it's almost like, in a way, like an anesthesia, it will kill them. And too little will have no effect. So you're thinking 1 to 2 parts.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll for the green one. Alright, you notice immediately the green one is just a mixture of like medical herbing that's been mushed up with some like paste. Like mushed up in a way so it's basically like a paste, lots of water mushed into it. And they typically put this on top of wounds to help healing. So what you can gather is that you want 2 parts of this, but you want to make sure to put this part in last because you want to make sure it stays gel. So you want to make sure that there's not too much water so that it stays gelatin and not liquid. So when you rub it across the wound, it kind of gels onto them.
Alright.
And 1 more roll. This is just typical boiled water, but you also sense that it has been, like, enchanted with some divine magic into it. And that's about all you know from the water. So now you have to determine how many parts of each one you want. The black one, so we'll start with the black one. 1 to 3. How many parts do you want to put in this mixture?
2.
Okay. The green now.
Isn't that safe for last?
Yes, but you just want to know how. This is to find out
Oh.
how much. One to. Your information for the green is that you're sure it's 2.
2.
Well, I told you that before, so we'll go with 2 there. And then last is how much water. 1 to 3.
1.
All right. So you're gonna roll the alchemy roll, and your total will be a -2, and that's it. You.
Right.
Because of the how well your rolls were, you know these products enough to get close. So you have a -2 on the roll. The DC is a 15 though,
Okay.
to get this exactly right. All right, so you start mixing this stuff up,
Oh.
slab it all together into this nice bowl, and Jarvis comes over. He's like, looks down. Well, it smells potent. Kids, come here. And he has the kids come running over, and like you see this kid here comes over. Yes, sir. And these other ones. What you want us to do, sir? My voices are terrible. And he goes, each one of you, take a small amount of this in a bowl and bring it over to Miss Rebecca immediately. So they each get like a little bowl with a little bit of the stuff, and bring the wrappings too. And they go running off with the wrappings over to Miss Becca. Is there anything you want to do, Raven?
Irving said stuff needs to be mended. I can mend stuff.
All right. So Jarvis says, over there, clothing. We brought it in from around the region, but it's just old tattered stuff with holes in it and stuff. So you sit down and you start like sewing and shit. Oh, you're gonna use mending? I was gonna take you. All right. So you start furiously casting mending. This is what we're gonna do. Roll me an Arcana check, and this will determine how long you can mend before you get tired of casting fucking cantrip over and over again.
What would it take if I was manually sewing?
This is just my way of RPing that you would exhaust yourself eventually either way. Like, if you were manually sewing, after sewing for a good hour, your hands are going to start to hurt. So it's just a way to determine how many you can do before you start to tire out. That's all.
Right, but I was, because I can, if it's something I'm good at, I can switch off between casting and sewing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So give me the roll for the
Okay.
for the cantrip mending. All right.
God
See, you
damn
can mend about 7 pieces of clothing before you need to stop and take a breather, and then you can start sewing for a little bit before you go back to your cantrip.
And what's sewing going to be?
Sleight of hand.
Oh.
So roll me.
God damn it. My rolls are trash, but at least my modifier's good.
Yeah, the modifier is not bad. So you manage over the course of the next hour or so, as we cover all this other stuff, you manage to mend a good chunk of clothing ready for these people as you're doing this. All right. We're gonna jump out.
Goodness me, someone really needs to invent some kind of a sewing machine.
We're gonna jump outside.
I mean, this is around the time that they're first invented, so.
All right, Zahn.
Yep.
You are on the outskirts of the plateau. Any direction you go, when you reach the edge of this map that you see, you can basically see out for miles. Which direction do you want to go and take a look to see what's going on?
I'm going to go to the northeast corner over here.
All right. So you basically run out. This takes you a good 45 minutes because it's a big platform. You're on your horse and you're riding out towards the edge. You get out to this edge area and you don't see anybody coming, but from where you are, you can see to the north end of it a little bit. You can see the village of Deadwood, and you see smoke kicking up in a direction heading north away from it, far out there with your like incredible vampire vision eyes. And if you want to roll perception, I can give you more information if you get a really good roll. I'm taking into account that you have excellent eyes as a vampire to see this sort of shit. All right, you kind of squint in and you can't really see exactly what it is, but from the distance you can at least see that there's multiple horses a small force heading out towards the north. And if you pan more to the north, you see like another plateau way out there, and you see smoke coming up from it. And as you're doing this, you see like 2 more horsemen come riding up behind you, and it's Sam and some other person, some other guy you've never met. And he's like, "Whoa, son! You got the same idea as me, didn't you?" And he pulls out like a little spyglass and he looks. He's like, "Yep. They come from the bluff. 100% sure now. It's definitely the Syndicate."
Yeah, they're heading north from Deadwood.
Yeah, they come from the bluff. I keep forgetting the full name of the place because I haven't built it yet. Give me a second. Because you won't be going there for a little while. I think it's like Briarwood Bluffs is what I called it. I haven't put it into the game yet.
I have it. Oh, never mind.
Burwood Bluffs.
Yeah, Burwood Bluffs. Yeah, they come from Burwood Bluffs. That's the first town the Syndicate took over like a year ago. They use it as a staging point where they manufacture their drugs and their weaponry that they sell to people. The people that live there are like live-in prisoners. But if they're heading back to the bluff, it's going to take them, I'd say, 3 days to get to the bluff. A day to mass and another 3 days out, unless they were massing ahead of time. So if Irving's right, their attack on the village could come within a week. We should probably head back and talk to him.
We have enough time to mass forces there.
Oh, we don't have forces. He's gonna send you. We don't have forces. Irving doesn't have an army. This is what he has, and he can't very well weaken the city, because if he weakens the plateau, they could attack here, and this is the only place that's safe anywhere in this region.
Okay.
So he turns, he's like, "I'm heading back in. If there's anything else you want to do, I'll meet you with Irving. He wants to have a meeting after this all settles down." And he rides off. Yells like, "Sam, ho!"
Okay.
Is there any other stuff you want to do out here?
No. Just more worried about the townsfolk, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
so we'll say about an hour passes of all this stuff, hour and a half. And at this point, Irvin, like, the people are starting to be ushered out over here and given makeshift places. Like, we don't have a lot of rooms within the city right now, but we're gonna set up some like gazebos, kind of like they're gonna stick some wood in the ground and they're gonna hang sheets across so they can get like under something for shelter for the night while they work on getting them actual rooms that they can sleep in and stuff. So they're all getting herded over there, and Irving kind of calls and waves over for Malcolm. "Irving, come here. Malcolm, come over here."
Okay. What's up? What can I do for you?
I need you to gather the group and meet me in my office in 5 minutes.
All right.
I've had enough. It's time to deal with this problem. Ellie, go take care of the people. "Bro, I want to help." And she's like, her brother's like arguing because she's like kind of like a what's that chick? Annie Oakley. She's kind of like an Annie Oakley. She thinks she's a badass, but he won't let her fight. So he's like, "No, you're gonna go help with the children now." And she walks off kind of angrily. And he says, 5 minutes. And as you walk away, you notice something odd about him. Give me a perception check, or an insight, actually. We'll see how much you know. Okay, you don't see under the emotion, but you notice this is the first time you've ever seen Irving mad. Like, he looks like he's about to snap with anger as he walks off. And you've never seen that with him. Never has he given you the impression he's any more than a calm person in any meetings you've ever had together.
Interesting. I better get the guys.
Turn around and go, "Thundercats, ho!"
Jesus.
Everybody
Oi,
comes
oi,
over.
oi!
Now, you say you got to get the guys. What are you doing to get them, dude?
I go back to the place where all the people were and raggle them up. Hey, we gotta get to the office for a meeting. We have 5 minutes. So if you guys gotta take a piss, let's go.
I was actually going to suggest that. Take a piss break before we get back. But everybody has their autonomy, so who's doing what?
I mean, I am physically and magically exhausted. I've made 21 shirts. Let's, what's the meeting about?
I don't know, he didn't tell me. He said, we gotta take care of this.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that sounds like an important meeting. Let's go.
Am I still healing people?
You guys finished off that person. If you wish, you can stay and help the people, but they've been worked on for like an hour and a half, and now they're being herded over to an area where they can rest and get some food for the night.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll go to the meeting.
You too, Kane?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Zahn, are you going to be a dick and go private?
Well, no, I'm the one. I'm heading back to tell them what I saw already.
Okay. All right. So 5-minute break to use the bathroom, people, and then we'll set up this meeting. Anybody else go to the bathroom? Was I the only one? I'm gonna guess I wasn't the only one.
Back. My hair's doing the 70s thing again. Ugh.
Let me set this scene up. Fucking freestyle that entire thing with the mixture. You were 1 point off of getting it wrong and having a -10.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wait, with which one?
What did you say? You went with 2 for the black powder, and the black powder is 1. And the black powder, if there was too much of it, it would dry out the rest of the stuff.
Yikes.
Which means it wouldn't have been a sticky powder like it was supposed to be.
You said 1 to 2!
Yeah! 1 was 2. 1 is good, 2 is bad. I mean, 2 is good.
You threw me off. Okay, you threw me off by saying too much and this happens, too little and this happens. And so my video game brain thinks, okay, that's the third option. That's the middle right there.
Well, don't have a video game brain, you fuck. Oh, Jesus. You know, I just realized I deleted Irving, and since I still haven't turned him into a character, Bird. Oh, wait, there he is. I was about to say Bird Irving's coming back.
Bird Irving.
Remember the second session where I forgot that I hadn't made an Irving token yet, so you just got a bird that was Irving?
Oh, yeah.
Better than a turd Ferguson.
I can agree with that. All right, let's get you all in here.
Wait, no, I didn't hear that right. What?
You know what's depressing? Whenever we use the meeting room, the meet. I picked this map for a very specific reason. Can you guess what it is?
Let me see.
Hang on a second. Let me load up the meeting room. There you go. There's a very particular reason why I picked this room, this map specifically.
It's probably something to do with some sort of like show or anime, but
No.
I'm guessing Arthur.
Yes and no.
Knights
no.
of the Round Table.
It's because there's exactly enough chairs for every one of the players, but now that Nick's not here,
Oh,
you have an empty chair. So it's almost like Nick's character died and the group has an empty chair, never to be filled again.
Damn.
It's empty chair, my friend. All right, is everybody back?
present.
I'm gonna say no, not everybody's back yet. Give it a couple more minutes.
Oh, I'm
I
here.
think everybody's back.
Oh, all right. If everybody's back, let me open up my notes book. My notes are getting so much better in like Cyberpunk that I'm starting to do that in here. Like I'm gonna start these notes were written months ago, but now that I've like changed up my style for how I write my notes and set up my towns and shit, I hopefully can do better with the RP and stuff.
I will be back in just a second.
All right, let's see. Okay, so, as you guys gather and sit down, you see Irving, and he's kind of like standing over here by where he has like a small mini bar, and you hear him mixing a drink, and he turns around and he takes it, and you immediately notice it's a glass that should not have a shot in it. It's too big for a shot, and this thing is filled, which means he's taking like 10 shots at once, and he's like, ugh. And he downs this entire shot in one hit. And he walks over, sits down slowly. You see him like move his like coat to the side, and he loosens up like a strap that he has around his wounded leg. Kind of breathes a little heavy, leans back. First of all, what did you see, Zahn?
So, to the northeast-ish over by Deadwood, there was a handful of cavalry heading back to, I think it's Bluffwood?
Burwood.
Burwood? Where we at?
Burr.
Burrow Bluffs.
Yes, that's what
Burrow Bluffs, so
Of course.
when I was talking to the few of the people that are out there, we have about a week before the attack happens, so.
That was my estimate, too. It takes time to travel up the Burwood. It's up in the mountains, treacherous trail. It takes time to move troops down from it. One of the women that came in said that the force that attacked was small, and they were only there. It wasn't even really an attack. From what she gathered, from what she recounts, is they rode into town. They demanded that they give their land up. A few men rose up. They were killed. And then the riders herded all the women and children out of the town. And the men stayed because they were willing to let them get their stuff together. And then they want them out. And that's the last she knows before they rode off. So I guess they'll be back within a week or so with forces. Did you see anything else?
No, but that's a strange observation. The reason why is because if all the women and children and there was only men left, and if most of them left, what's really left in that town?
They don't want the people, they want the town. What they do is they take over places, they fortify them, and then they force people to work, and if there's no one there, they buy slaves to work.
Oh.
So what they're doing is essentially setting up another stronghold. And this one being out of the mountains will be easier for them to ship stuff from. Not to mention it's on my back porch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting on you. Is there anything else?
Now, we have about a week. You don't really have forces here, so you're going to rely on us to go up there, right?
I didn't want to put that burden on you.
Well,
This has nothing to do with the contract we signed. This is something different. And he kind of looks down, and he looks back up at you, and he looks directly at you, Zahn, and he goes, and I'm going to ask you to do things I don't think all of you are willing to do.
I'm fine with whatever needs to be done, but we need a plan.
What about the rest of you?
Before I joined up with you, I made my living killing people like these brick and mortar family, people that oppress and steal and kill for their own benefit. I am with you till the very end.
I left my town to take over, to deal with things like this. Let's get them.
To be perfectly honest, I probably have the least moral qualms out of any of these guys. I'm sure I've done worse.
He looks over at Axel. What about you, man of the cloth?
I simple man. I see damage, I heal.
And he looks over at Destin and goes, in DM voice, "Fuck, I hope Alex doesn't have a problem with you guys being sent to kill." Because Alex doesn't like to kill people. But his character can be against the wholesale slaughter of the innocent, like of the regular rank and file, and still want revenge against the bad guys. So Irving puts his hands on the table and he said, "With that said, I'll make this as simple as possible. Ride out to Deadwood, set up defenses, organize the rest of the men there, motivate them, and when they show up, deal with the problem." Do I make myself clear?
Clearer than crystal.
10-4.
Scooby-Doo.
And then he reaches in his pocket and he throws a bag on the table, and he goes, "By the way, that's for the other job that you did." Which reminds me, how'd the letters get taken?
Everyone agreed.
Excellent.
The Hondo seems like his mining camp's not going too well. He might bring that up. They're being beset by the shattered creatures.
And the prophecy of the 8 is almost complete.
Oh no!
That's the story of the game. Once he gives birth to the 8th kid, the moon will rise with blood, and the sun will set forever.
Well, hopefully he dies of liver failure before that happens.
He kill his wife before she gives birth. That's the story.
Oh my! The prophecy.
There was a bit of an altercation in oh god, what's the name of the city? I know the
Sandgard.
Yes, Sandgard Citadel. Our name was cleared, but seems someone was hunting, or some of Zahn's old friends went after some Elwind diplomats.
Oh, well, that's not good at all. Zahn,
They ain't his
what is
friends. Raven, are you kidding?
this? Wait, what?
Raven, are you kidding me? They ain't his friends. What are you trying to do?
No, you're right. You're right. I misspoke.
Zahn, I hate to do this, but I think perhaps you should come clean on what these people are, what's going on.
So the rest of this group already knows, but the tribe I was raised in and was wiped out by attacked a city we were nearby, and my sword alerted me to it. We stopped the group, and after we dealt with the problem, I sent his body back through the portal he came through as a signal saying, "I am alive and I'm willing to defend myself."
Should we talk about that other guy as well?
What other guy? And Irving's kind of just looking around like, I am dreadfully confused as to what's going on here.
Alright, well, I don't think they quite remember it, but the people who turned up dead, they weren't done in by the people that attacked us. The people that attacked us were the people Zon's talking about. The guy that attacked those people was someone different, but connected.
Real quick,
I
you
didn't
guys can
write
see
down his
that, right?
name.
You guys can see that, right?
See
No.
the image in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
No, there's
Can you see
there's
him
just
now?
No, not he
Oh,
disappeared.
no.
from me.
Irving disappeared.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can see him right now.
Okay, yeah, because I'm testing a new add-on that lets me put, like, people into, like, it's into this thing called screen actors, and then I can go like that and just have the people appear. So I can, like, line you guys up in a way, you see?
Hmm.
And it just shows everybody. I'm going to be using it a lot as we go on. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
I didn't write down his name, so I forgot his name completely, but Kane wouldn't have forgotten it. So, oops.
Okay.
Um,
What'd you say again, though? Because I forgot what you said.
okay, basically, so the guy that killed those two were not the others that attacked us. He's connected by way of being from the same place, but he's different, and he's a lot more dangerous than those two. 3, I forget.
As a quick retcon, your character's father is powerful, but he is not more powerful than.
No, I meant the guy that trails around with him. That other guy, the one that was from the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
He's more powerful than the ones that attacked us.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
Yes. The leadership of that whole situation is a lot more powerful than those guys. But yeah, your father's character answers to them when they ask because he's afraid of how powerful they are. That's how strong
That's what
they
I'm
are.
saying.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
He had
you were
nothing to
trying
do
to be vague. You didn't remember names, so you were being vague with it. And it was like, so he is more powerful than they, and they is more powerful than she, and she is more powerful than they and he. And I'm like, who the fuck is what?
And
Guy that attacked them more powerful than guys that attacked us.
Yeah. Okay, so after you explain that to him, he slowly gets up, he retightens this thing on his leg, and he's like, well, Zahn, we will have to have a conversation about this at one point. If they interfere, but for now, we have too much on our plate. I suggest you all get a rest. See Becca in the morning, so you can, maybe get some supplies. Re-ammo up. You leave at first light. And thank you. And then he gets up and starts walking off. Hobbling off. The plan is up to you how you guys want to proceed with it before you head out to Deadwood.
So, how are we going to arm this populace?
Well, you're going to be getting supplies from Becca for that.
Okay. Okay, so there's a plan for that.
Yeah, that's why she said, he said, see her for some supplies and stuff. But it's up to you guys what you wish to do with your time to get ready. Maybe get supply for yourself, or even go out and try to secure some extra stuff for the defense from within the castle. That's up to you guys.
I personally think we need to get over there as soon as possible. Help who's left in the town, and we need to set up traps. Too, because we don't have high numbers. We need to slow them down the best we can.
As Zahn talks to himself.
Alright.
See, this is why this is why I'm playing NPC characters in that other game, so I can keep the conversation going when it dies.
Listen, I'm not too great with the planning, guys, but I can help further by being your, let's say your anti-morality check. If I think you're being too soft, I'm gonna say so. If we're gonna stand a chance against them, we gotta think like them.
All right, and how do you think like them?
We don't let little things like compassion and goodness get in the way of what we're doing. Don't hold back with the traps. Don't hold back with anything.
Goodness.
May the force be with you.
All right, I was hoping maybe for something a little more practical, but
Practical. As soon as you're given a thief option to kill him, kill him. That's what your practical advice is.
I'm a bounty hunter and an assassin. You think you need to teach me how to kill?
I guess not, but I wasn't just talking to you.
You see, Destin's kind of like twiddling his fingers.
Leave the kid out of this.
I'm trying to buy time because Alex said he'd be here halfway through because he had something come up.
Actually, on that subject, I see a lot of capable fighters around us, but I also see a weak link that can be exploited. And we gotta fix it.
Hey, what would that be?
Destin.
My ears perk up.
Dude, I can't RP this for him, man. What are you doing?
No, I'm talking with the other.
You're confronting Alex when he's not here?
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
Listen, Destin's clearly in shock right now. Give him time to process all of this. Then, when he comes back, we can figure things out with him.
At the rate we're going, when Alex gets here, Destin's gonna have a teardrop tattoo on his eye. He's not gonna be stuttering anymore. So I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. Alright, you guys will be able to play more when you get there. I just meant, is there any of you want to take off into the castle and check out, because there's a stables now. There's all these different places you can go look and see if you can rally up any support, any stuff you may need to make the job, or we're gonna skip to morning and have you guys heading out to Deadwood and setting up for the actual event. And then after that, more freedom will show up, because I like to go back and forth between story things and then free roam stuff.
They were good here for now, if everyone else agrees.
I mean, Raven would probably go and talk to Rebecca, figure out what supplies, what it is that we are getting at when we're talking about supplies.
Malcolm jumps on the table. What do you mean, talk to Rebecca?
Hey, if you want to go talk to her,
then I give him a lay on hands.
You, sir, talk to my woman?
hey, if you want to go do the talking, be my guest.
Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll load up the map so everybody can look at locations in case there's any other things. Alright, so the locations you got here are the meeting room, obviously. You got the ironwork, stables and all that. Archives, the ballroom, which is where you guys were drinking before. Eleanor's room, which is where Eleanor is Irving's sister. And then you have Becca's place. So you're saying two people would like to head to Becca's? So let's go ahead and...
Don't get any ideas.
Scene opens up.
Sounds like a good time.
Sheriff Malcolm walks in, Raven behind them. Sheriff Malcolm's like, "You're not gonna get my woman." Raven's like, "If I want her, I'll take her." Door opens up. Boom. Axel's already in there hanging out with her.
He's
What are you doing here?
I was showing her my healing.
How dare you?
I thought you were gonna say something about like the hammer, or the axe, or whatever.
I was trying to, and it wasn't happening.
It just wasn't coming. Thing.
Literally.
Okay, well, we will start with. We'll go into Becca's place then. You guys have no vision, correct?
No vision.
Because
Nope.
no, because I had let me see. Castle. These are new maps, so some places might have been forgot to set up the lighting correctly. There we go.
There we go.
So, you guys, you two, come walking in to Becca's place. As you walk in, as you head up this path outside, her compound is like outside the main Valaria proper. A small walled compound sits on the outer area of the chateau. Here, Rebecca has built an orphanage. For many children with no place to go. She teaches them how to read and write, and along with Sam and a young boy named Duncan, they teach them survival and gunplay techniques also, to survive in a harsh world around them. Recently, Duncan was killed guarding a shipment of grog sent. I can't even read my own writing half the time. Recently, Duncan was killed guarding a shipment of grog, and Rebecca took this very badly. So as you walk up to the front door, that you see a group of small children and a couple of old men gathered around a table playing cards and having a conversation.
I have solved it. I have solved it. It was Colonel Mustard with the pipe wrench in the den.
Christ.
Is Becca here?
Excuse me, sir, but who might you be? As this guy kind of like walks up and talks to you.
I'm her significant other.
More importantly,
You hear
we're
the
wild
voice,
arms.
Excuse me? And this like 12-year-old boy's like, I'm her future husband. Who are you? He's infatuated with her.
Well, isn't that a little sweet thing? Well, I need to talk to her.
He kicks you in the shin.
Nabbit.
Call me sweet thing again, you son of a bitch.
Holy shit!
Then you hear, is that you? Oh, is that you, honey? She comes running down the stairs, and he turns and goes, it's me! And she runs right by him. He stops at the stairs, and she stops. Malcolm, I hear you're going to help the villagers.
Yes, we are. But we wanted to come check on you before we left. How's everything going here?
It's alright. I took in some of the children. A little rough to feed them right now, but we'll figure it out. Outside around the back of the building, you'll find 2 wagons loaded with the best supplies we could gather.
Raven's gonna go and check out what's in the wagon. We give these two some alone time as well. Well, I mean, as alone as being in a room with 12 other people.
Malcolm, come with me.
Oh, there's a secret passageway.
Takes you upstairs. Takes you upstairs into this room. As you walk in, you see a bathtub.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah, being filled with
Okay.
hot water. And she turns around and she's like, you stink something awful. When's the last time you got cleaned up?
Well, it's been a while. It's been some time.
She comes over, she starts like removing your guns. She goes and hangs the
Whoa.
guns on the table. She's like, go ahead. I'll leave the room for a minute. Get undressed and get in the hot tub. You need to get cleaned up. You want to look proper like before you head out there. Who knows what's going to happen?
All right, darling. I'll go in there and take a bath.
You hear from outside the door, Jimmy, come up here. And, yes, Miss Becca? Now, Jimmy, I need you so very, very much. And you hear him go like, huh? To go get me some more fresh water. And then, walks off. Oh, shucks. You hear him say like, oh, shucks. And he heads outside to where the wagon is for fucking, to Raven. Are you getting in the water, dude?
Yes. Blink.
After a couple of minutes, she comes walking back in with like a towel and some soap. Comes walking over. Oh, God. You men, you don't take care of yourselves at all. Look at you. You're a mess.
Well, that's why we count on our women to set us straight.
Look at all these scars. Christ, what is that one? And she like touches your upper shoulder where there's like an old bullet wound.
Oh, that's when little Sarsaparilla Jones shot me.
Just so you know, I'm writing that shit down. Sarsaparilla Jones. Oh, I heard about him. They say he was one of the dirtiest bastards in these here lands.
Yeah, he was smelly and he was a mean mugger.
And she like grabs you by the head and dunks your head underwater so you get cleaned off. And she's like, "You will be staying here tonight, right? Right?"
Yeah, of course.
So she starts walking away. She's like, "Hurry up and get dried off. I'll see you in my room later."
Well, okay.
Dude, I'm trying to progress this relationship, dude.
I'll be there.
Unlike your parents. Alright, jumping outside.
And scene.
Doing the best I can here. I'm not the best RP person in the world, people. Trying to get as much emotion going so when I kill her... Oops. I'm kidding. Who am I putting outside? That's right, Val. Alright, Raven. You're out back and you see two wagons. Inside the wagons you see some rusty but serviceable weapons. A few days worth of food and supplies. And some stuff for building. You could probably build some traps and stuff with this, but there could be more in there if you want to take a look.
Let's see. I'm thinking we want either things that are scary or things that are effective at killing. I'm thinking landmines.
You want to try to put together some landmines?
Hmm?
I said you're going to try to put together some landmines?
I could try for that. Depending on how feasible that is. If not, I might just try and polish up the guns. Make sure that they're going to be as reliable as possible.
Well, it's starting to get dark, so you can try one of those. Which one do you want to try?
I like explosions. Let's go for the landmine.
Okay. Take a look.
It could be something as simple as just like like not pressure activated. Like something we can set off manually if that would be easier.
This is what we'll do. Give me a history check to see, because you're going to search your memory to try to remember some traps that you do a lot.
Oh my fucking god! My rolls.
Okay.
I gotta get all these bad rolls out before the fighting.
You remember how to make snare traps. I'll let you do a sleight of hand to try to make one. The DC is going to be 15 to make one. If you hit 17 or higher, you'll make two. And they're going to be snare traps that are big enough to like, so that you can set them up so they'll snare like a horse, which will cause like mass horse collisions.
Mm-hmm.
On like a charge or something.
Right. Come on. There we go.
All right, so you managed to make two snare traps. You could have had explosives, but you fucked it up, dude.
History is not my strong suit. anything other than charisma is not my strong suit.
I'd like to point out though that having a -1 doesn't having a +1 doesn't equal 3. Doesn't matter how good your history is, you got a 3, dude.
Anyway. I guess I'll just have to rely on the explosions I carry around with me. That'll probably work. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have a
All
week. You'll have like 3 days out there to try to put stuff together anyway, as long as you are good to go. So we'll say you toll through the night, kind of inventorying all the weaponry and getting it all ready, and so you know what you guys have.
Yep.
You have. Let me take a look at my notes for. Even though this doesn't play into the actual thing, this is like off the cuff stuff. I just want to make sure the notes make sense for it. So let's see. Alright, here we go. Little Rock. One second while I read these. Okay, so you have enough weaponry to man 9 small units of soldiers, from what you can gather.
What do you mean by a unit of soldiers?
The way I'm treating these units for this upcoming situation, because you're going to be having villagers fighting with you, and you guys are going to each control a unit with you. All right? And basically, whenever they take damage, that will be how many people die in the unit. So it's going to play out just like a normal battle, but they have like 20 hit points, and when they get hit and lose 10 hit points, that's not 10 hit points, that's 10 people killed.
Just like a swarm of rats kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah.
But how big are these units though, to begin with?
Let me take a look. Well, you won't know till you get there, because you don't know how many people you have. You just know.
Well, how many guns do we have to equip them with?
I would say let me, because we are guessing. I'm trying. I know how many you should have, but I'm trying to make sure you don't know. So, you know what I mean? Because you don't know yet. So, hang on a second. Let me I gotta find what. This is what happens when you have 20 fucking folders. Which folder has the Deadwood? Here we go. Deadwood Battle Tokens. 25. All right. So each one of these units has about 25 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably have about 500. Just off estimate off the top of my head, like 500 weapons.
500 weapons. Alright, we'll see how many of those we can actually fill out with people ready to die.
Oh, I read that wrong. There's not 9 units. My bad. Hang on.
500 weapons. You don't have to tell me more than that.
No, it's about 75 weapons, because each one of you is going to have 1 unit of your choice backing you up that you're going to control. That's what I meant to say. I read 9 units because that's for something else in the battle. So each one of you is going to get to pick a unit to have on your side. But you'll worry about that when we get there. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I mean, I'm busy with traps, so I'm done.
Anybody else has anything, or are they all crashing out for the night?
That's it.
All right. So
I'm with my woman.
Bazinga, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Oh dear.
Hey, performance anxiety is nothing to be ashamed of.
Boom.
You walk out of the house in the morning, you like open up the door, and you are just like almost floating. As you're walking by, like people, you come walking out of this building, heading out towards the horses, heading out towards the gates to meet up with the rest of the group. And
Everything's extra bright. The birds are tweeting and landing on my finger, and then the butterfly comes by.
you like spin your gun, you put it right in your pocket. You walk up, Sam turns around and goes, How confident you feel today, Malcolm?
Extremely. I had a wonderful night.
You are going
And
to be
that's-
starting on +1 confident weapon.
Well,
Is anybody doing anything in the morning before they head out to meet up with the group?
I'm having a breakfast.
So you're stopping by the ballroom to get some food?
I mean, I guess if that's where the food's at.
Yeah, there's always like a spread there. Think of it like an office building. So you walk in and you see bright and early already. Becca's already at her establishment cooking food and getting stuff ready, and she's wrapping up like these boxes, and she's like, Axel, perfect timing, come on over here. She waves you over and she hands you a little package. She's like, some food for you. There's some in there for everyone, so hand it out. Tell them to eat up. It's gonna be a long ride. I wish you luck.
I proceed to sit down and start eating.
See, she sees you rip it right out of your hands and start eating, and she's like, I'll send more for the others. She goes in the back and starts getting more food together.
I smile at her.
She comes back like a minute later and you're already done. And like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, you just grab the next thing and start eating. She's like, eat up, eat up. And she starts walking away. That was for my Malcolm. So you guys are outside waiting for fucking Axel. The rest of the party is outside waiting. And he ain't coming yet. Like,
Oh my god. Is
Like-
he serious?
45 minutes of him fucking eating.
Oh, okay. That's a little ridiculous.
Before you arrive at the horses.
It's about time.
I rub my belly.
And burp.
You are going to throw up on the way there. There's no other way that this is going to end.
See,
Okay.
this is why it's so much more convenient just not to eat.
You guys are having this banter as you're mounting your horses. Sam yells over at you. The village is due north of here. Not a hard ride. From here, about a day's. Good luck. When the names
Thanks.
of everything you have
We
are
are
so
off.
big that you can't find the maps you're looking for. Okay. Did I forget to put sound? I thought I put almost positive I put battle. There we go. I know I put music together for Deadwood. Because I built this so... See, here's the problem. I gotta stop building ahead when it comes to story, because I forget what I built, because it's been like a month before we... You know what I mean? Alright. So you guys ride out from the village, from Valaria, like something straight out of a Western. In like a... Almost like a flying V formation with Malcolm out in front. If anybody wants to do any flair or anything, now's the time.
Any flare?
You know, like cowboys, like maybe Malcolm's firing his handgun off, like, yeah! You know, flair, motherfucker.
Ains just looking at him like, you're an
Yippee
idiot.
ki motherfucker!
You're the type of person my dad would have shot.
I gather your dad does a lot of shooting, so that's not.
I was waiting for someone to go, doesn't your dad kill, like, fucking everyone?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the fellas that joined and then got shot immediately because they was goofing off.
Kind of feel like I would not want to join that situation. Okay, so let me go ahead. Gotta shut the music off because I have my activated music already. right, so you guys ride for about a day, hard, and arrive at Deadwood. And as you ride up towards the place, you notice that there's like a stream of bodies on the ground. Not a lot, but there's like a body here, and then a little bit further, another body. And then at the gates, you see 2 bodies hanging from the archway of the gates. You hear like crows in the background as you ride in to town.
Ian's just
So I immediately when I see that, because my character's been around for a while, I say to the rest of the group, I'm like, I know that looks disturbing, but we have to tell the townsfolk we have to leave these bodies where they are.
Agreed. We want the element of surprise.
We can't
These
let nobody
people
know that we were here.
Need every advantage they can if we want them to actually kill anyone.
Yeah.
as Kane walks by, he's just hang in there, fellas. Rubs his neck like,
All right.
Everything's up to you now. You have, I believe, you have freedom to move, right? Yeah, there you go. As you continue in through the town, you see more wreckage, a few more bodies lying around, and you notice there are people moving around, but they look all kind of distraught. It's like they're not even paying attention to you because they just seem out of it.
So I'll walk up to one of them. Be like, excuse me. I know this isn't a pleasant situation, but if you're the one in charge, or if you could find the person in charge and give a notice out to gather in the square.
It is the person kind of just looks at you and then just keeps walking off. Like, it's going to require more than that to get their attention. They won't
Nate, that's
walk
where you're
zombies.
going to ask them to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, yeah.
One
All
would,
right.
like, savior. And then keeps walking. Like, it's going to require a little bit more work to get these people to, like...
Malcolm, why don't you make a scene here? Get these people's attention.
Make a scene.
Right?
You're standing up on top of this thing and you yell some stupid shit.
That was some stupid shit!
At this point, you hear some noise coming from within the church, from where you guys are.
What? I guess that would be where people would gather at a time like this.
Oops. Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
You heading in the church?
Yeah.
Right, so as you walk in, you notice there's one guy up at the front, and there's like about 75 people in this place. There's most of the villages in here. And the guy's like, now calm down, look! We can't... If we fight back, they're just going to kill the rest of us. What? We can't... And this other guy's like, look, I sent my wife and kid out of here so I could fight back. I'm not giving up my home to these thugs because you're afraid. And you hear like, rabble, rabble, rabble. It's like the crowd is like yelling back and forth
Well,
at each other.
no, yeah. Well, and I walk in. Well, actually, I look back at Malcolm and I'm like, Malcolm, come here.
Malcolm doesn't hear Nate because all Malcolm hears is
Rabble, rabble,
love of a good woman. Like,
Oh my God.
Wouldn't it be nice if ever
Together.
All right. So, I look up at Malcolm and I said, I'm not the best at talking to crowds. You seem to like speaking in a more public manner, so you think you can get these people's attention and let them know that we're here from Valaria and we're going to help them.
All right. All right, I got it. I knock on the door.
No, the doors. You walked in.
I
You,
walked
like,
in. All right.
So you bang on the wall.
Yeah.
The rabble starts to like die down a little bit, and this lady turns around. Oh my God, they're back already! Ah! And you hear, "You
Simmer
son of a
down,
bitch!
now.
You get the hell out of here! This is my home!
Hey, y'all, simmer down. We're here to help.
Simmer down now."
we're from. We came
Valaria.
from Valaria to come help you guys.
Irving? Irving sent you?
Yeah, Irving.
Where's the force? Where's the army?
They're gone.
We are.
Oh, okay.
You're the
I
army.
didn't know JD was there. Okay, so JD busts in and goes, "We're here." He was taking a shit, dude. Big breakfast.
Bust around and find out.
Busts it and busts out.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
What do you mean you're here? There was 100 of them at least.
They were taken out.
Oh, 100 to hell no. I'm out of here.
My God. Is Kane able to sense that they're being fucking stupid?
If you're a mile away, are you coming? Do you want to join the group?
He's got
What
that
do you
Kane sense.
What do you think? Are we being stupid? You don't need to sense
Give me an insight roll.
Alright.
You smell
Oh.
death on the air, but no stupidity.
Alright. I'll stay by the signboard.
Alright, so you have this mass of people in here who are unmotivated and unwilling to fight. What are you guys doing about this?
Yeah. Well, no, I want to get their attention. Alex is right there.
Axel, you mean.
Axel, sorry,
Yep.
is there. So I think just to show a show of like force and that we're not screwing around, and that my character is becoming a little more open with his past. And there is this immense evil just around this town from its recent attack. And I pull the sword out of the sheath and hold it up, and it's just like glowing, like lighting up the room, just to grab everybody's attention.
Okay, so as you do this, they all kind of look up at the sword, and they're a little like awestruck, but they quiet down enough for you to talk to them.
Be like, listen, we're here. We're not the best. We're probably the worst. But
Zon, shut the fuck up.
but we're gonna set up some things. We're gonna give you advice. We're gonna train you the best we can, and we're gonna make sure this town does not fall.
One of the men steps forward. Here! I've been trying to convince him to fight since the moment this happened. Most of them are cowards, but maybe you can convince them. I'm with you. My name's Lockjaw. Puts his hand out.
Yeah. And I look at him and I'll be like, they're not cowards. They're afraid. And if you don't admit you're afraid, then you're just stupid.
Well, I'm afraid of being stupid, so I guess I'm good.
Oh my god. Okay.
The rest of the people kind of looking around. They still look timid, but they're listening enough. So if you want to try to lay out a plan to get their attention, we'll see how your motivation rolls go. Before we make these motivation rolls, we'll see what else you got.
Well, we have the other ones that bought the traps and stuff, so I kind of wave everybody else and be like, hey! Like, kind of wait, like, tell these people what we're going to do here.
I'm
You guys got the
saying-
supplies. Give them a breakdown.
That would be Val's the only one that bothered to look at the weaponry.
Yeah. Okay, Raven's gonna, I guess, walk up and be like, all right, we've got a few days to make some soldiers out of you. We are going to defend this town. We are going to get you all your lives back, because whether you're dead or whether you have been or whether you lose everything, outcome's still the same. Your only choice is to stand and fight.
All right.
That was riveting. Great job.
So who here is gonna make your motivation rolls? Let's see. Nate did something. So it's gonna be Zahn, Malcolm, and Raven. You're each going to give me persuasion checks. And I will average it out to determine whether you pass the DC. If you pass the DC, you have a certain number of troops. If you fail it, you're gonna have less.
Let's get it done, everyone!
Yeah.
That is a 2 from Zahn.
Persuasion?
Yep.
I love those persuading groups. Like
That is very on brand.
I like to like just shut
Okay.
people up.
2,
So I don't really.
15, what was it? 2, 15, and 22? The 20.
20.
And second. Average calculator. 2, 15, 20. You have failed the DC by 4 because of Nate's 2.
Ugh. Oh,
You hear a few people go, I ain't doing this. That's it. I'm packing up. I'm out of here. You see like a small
Can I
handful.
lift my shield up?
Can I check for stupidity again?
You're still yes. All right. You check for stupidity. You tell me what you're doing with your shield.
What was that? Insight? Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I yell. I raise my shield and yell out. We will do the best of our abilities to protect all of you. Help us help you.
All right. I will allow you to roll, and you can see if you sway this average with your roll.
Ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
Same thing. Persuasion.
I rolled my stupidity check.
You sense a whole lot of stupidity going on.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Something stupid going on.
You smell the stupidity.
I thought,
Hesitant to walk over the threshold of the church, but I still do anyways.
All right. I'm gonna add this in.
It's gonna be about the same.
It went up 0.5.
Nice.
Get the fuck out of my way, you
A
numbskulls.
small group of people start to leave the building and get ready to leave altogether. Kane, you're the last person that can do anything here. What are you doing?
He's gonna walk in all like the fucking Night of the Living Dead into the doorway and just go, hi!
Go what?
Not yelling. He just goes, hi!
They go,
And
"Ah,
like,
what the fuck is that?
are you kidding? I still look like a fucking person. Anyways. Listen. These people are coming, whether you like it or not. They're gonna come to this town, the one next over, and the one next over. They're gonna run through and they're gonna raise everything to fucking dust. Now you can fight, or you can roll over and let them kill you. Either way, they're still gonna come and raid through the town. But I guarantee you, because I know for a fact that anytime these raids have failed, it's because the people fought back. 10% of a chance is still better than 0.
Give me a persuasion. We'll add yours to it. You're still short. You need a 15. Not, you don't need a 15, but the average needs to hit 15. You're working against Nate's shitty 2.
God fucking damn
Okay,
it.
let's add a 15 to it and see what happens.
It's not gonna be enough.
13. You get a few more people sit back down, but 2 real small groups of like drunken assholes. Out of my way, you fuck! Push you aside, and they walk off. And this time they don't stop. But
If we shoot Zahn right now, will we get rid of his 2?
wait, why would you shoot Zahn?
To get rid of his 2 in our average.
Oh, I tell you what, this is what I'll allow. They're walking out, so like a fucking western. If you were to pull your gun and fire on Zahn, and Zahn was to attempt to like cut the bullet when it flies at him, that might show them the level of strength from you that might persuade these guys to stay. If you want to risk firing at Zahn and Zahn trying to deflect the bullet.
I ain't got no bullets to try,
And
so...
Zahn doesn't have a choice here about deflecting, about what he does. The question is, do you want to fire a shot at Zahn?
The question is, why wouldn't you?
Are you going to take a shot at him, Val? God, tell me you've been paying attention. You know.
Come on, let's do it.
All right. So he's gonna. All right. So Malcolm pulls his revolver, spins it, and goes, and shoots by the head of the people that are leaving directly at Zahn. Go ahead and make the attack roll. All right, Zahn. Your armor is 16. If you use your defensive maneuver that increases your armor, which will cost a spell slot, but it increases your armor by 5, you will block the attack.
Oh.
Do you wish to do that?
Yeah.
Right. So cast Earth Blossom on yourself, just so we can have the
it
effect.
was popped up in the thing, but that
Yeah, just cast it on yourself. It's in your thing under Earth Blossom.
Yeah. Oh, I have to make sure I'm targeting myself.
Yeah, you're not. Right now, you're targeting your own butthole. There you go. All right. So Malcolm flips his gun out.
Sounded like it.
Flips his gun out. Bullet
In
flies-
slow-mo.
Bullet flies right by this dude's head that just said, "Enough of this, I'm leaving." Hair whips up. Bullet flies directly at Zahn, and without even seeing it really, they barely see it, but Zahn's blade kind of like spins out in front of him, cuts the bullet in half, and goes right back into his thing, and the bullet hits the wall behind him, puts 2 holes in the wall. And the 2 guys kind of stop, dead in their tracks, looking right at you. Looking right at you.
Amir, at Zahn, or Malcolm?
At you! They were walking towards you!
Oh, well, yeah, but you made it sound like they looked back at Malcolm, but okay.
Okay, you.
Okay. Be like, are you sure you want to get going?
Sir. Sir, that was mighty impressive. And I'll stay.
Thank you. Okay.
But just so you know, that parlor trick ain't gonna work against 100 soldiers. And we're all gonna die. And they turn around and sit back down.
How about this for a parlor trick? Raven's gonna shoot a fireball outside of the church.
Well,
Every building's made out of wood. Are you fucking nuts?
Into the air. Into the air where it won't engulf anything.
Okay.
Throwing fire in a area with a Baptist church just kind of feels like that's gonna scare people.
I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, listen, if you're gonna do that sort of shit, you gotta do it around Catholics, alright?
Oh no! You just killed the whole city.
They all go, yeah, mighty impressive, sir. I'll put my faith
We're
in
the
you.
best chance any of you have.
I'll put my faith in you. Tell us what to do. Alright.
Good.
So, let me move us over to the battle map so we can discuss how you guys are gonna do this, because this is something we have to set up. I'm being creative with my shiznit here, and then we'll continue the RP. You guys can continue RPing and talking to them as if you're getting ready for the battle.
Can I check the bounty board?
He blew the bounty board up.
God damn it,
It's
Raven!
fucking gone.
Ugh. It's part of my bit, you asshole.
Okay, so
Well,
let me
your
get you
bit
guys-
is gonna have to take a back seat right now.
Get you guys back on here. Okay. Alright, so, the way this works, as I said, each one of you is going to pick from a unit, which we'll put together in a minute, a group of units, and each one of you will get 1 to control, alright? There are 3 starting spots on the map. I'm gonna make them. I should have the notes up. Okay, yeah, I didn't put notes. I have them set up together. All right, so the first one is the river gatehouses, which are these over here. Let me. This area. All right. So that's a position where you guys can start. I'll drop soldiers on the map so that you guys can see them. Like I said, I made this a few months ago before I got pincushion working correctly. So I couldn't do all the cool pincushion shit that I do now. But I have all this cool pincushion shit.
So I look around at the group, and over at Malcolm, be like, don't you think we should set up as many choke points as we can?
All right.
We don't have a lot of people.
The green one, this is where the first starting position will be. There'll be more units, but I'm just showing you. All right? The second starting position is down here on this riverbed right here. And then the third one is over here in the barn area. You guys have to pick people to put in those positions as a group because units will be streaming in from the village when the attack comes, all right? And then you'll be deciding what kind of units you wish to have when we get to that point. The way it's going to work is simple. You're going to be raided by a large amount of soldiers that are easily killable and don't take long to kill, but they're going to be a lot of tokens that are going to keep coming in on the map. And the goal is to survive until they run out or until you have to fight the big bad at the end or whatever. But think of it like a tower defense game. Okay?
Hell yeah.
And I'm just going to keep throwing these units at you while at the same time RPing stuff that's happening. So understand that you may have to fall back, because like if successful rolls say that they set fire to the buildings you guys are in, you're going to have to retreat back from those buildings in order to not get like burned alive and shit, all right? Okay. So you guys could continue your RP with these dudes. We'll say that it's fresh next morning as you're getting ready to train and set up traps or anything else you want to do. So here's your chance to do what you want to do with these guys. I'm going to line up the units that you get to pick from while you're talking.
Alright, so back to what I was looking at Malcolm. We need to set up as many choke points as we can. And any of you...
We've got a river next to the town. There's bridges across that river. We can blow up the bridges, or we can leave them intact and lure the enemy into them.
It's a good corridor. We should lower them in because there's a good cross point in between where we can grab them by surprise.
I need a group of people that are good with a rifle, so we can, or with weapons, so we can get on top of the buildings.
So you know, Bazinga,
Yep.
I specifically pick this map for you because you can, if you wish, get in that bell tower of the church.
Yep.
And set up sniper position, and there are units that are specifically sniper oriented.
Yeah, because I was thinking something here. It depends on here, and like maybe here behind this
each
wall.
Of you, like I said, each of you gets one unit to control. So you'll have to pick where your one unit goes, and then
Yeah.
So, everybody, the other thing is, who here is good at crowd control?
Crowd.
AoE.
I mean, I've got my explosives.
Okay.
That's good at dealing with crowds.
So everybody, we need to make sure, give him room. Don't get in front of him. Don't let people around him. So we can blow these people to wherever they came from right back.
Sounds
Also,
like a plan.
the nurse corps you don't pick. I'll be controlling the nurse corps. They're basically a healer unit. You guys will give me orders as to where to send the nurse corps, and I'll send them out to try and help people.
Are we supposed to see any kind of information about these units
No,
yet,
I'll
or-
explain what they are once you guys get done with your RP about what you want to do. I can explain now. All right. So first one, you have the shotgunner, right? They all have the same armor and health, okay? So that none of that changes. But the shotgun unit has a ability called Shotgun Volley. 5d6 plus mod damage, and it shoots in a cone. A 25-foot cone, all right?
Dragon's Breath, gotcha.
Okay. Then you have the Deadwood Sniper Unit. Deadwood Sniper Unit is 4d10 damage plus mod. And they fire up to 120 feet. It hit one target.
How many are in the units?
Each one has 25 hit points. And when you kill, like, when they die, when their hit points go down, it's just people dying, but it doesn't affect their damage. I didn't want to go that detailed into building. Like, I didn't want to build my own system.
Yeah, but how many?
Japan.
How many people are in the group? Japan.
I just making a bad soup joke. Don't
Each,
remind me.
when you say group,
You keep saying unit.
Each one of you is going to get to control one unit, so there's going to be 6 other units on the field. All right?
How many are in a unit? One person?
No, 25 people. Their hit points are
25 people.
Yeah, their
You
hit
said
point.
okay.
Their hit points are their unit number. So they have 25 hit points, which means they have 25 people. When they lose hit points, they lose people.
Mm-hmm.
But the losing of the hit points doesn't affect how they play. So killing half the unit doesn't mean their damage goes down, because that was too much to work with. It just means that once from an RP perspective, once they lose all 25 net hit points, 25 people have died and that unit is no longer available.
All right.
All right? So that's the sniper unit, and then the last one is the villager unit. And they have pistol shower. 5d4 damage at targets. And their range is 60. It's a single target. They're kind of like the weakest, but the most versatile, because they get multiple multi-attack. They get to fire twice. Okay.
All right, so the shotgun's going to be with me on crowd control. All right, remember, guys, do not fire until you see the whites of their eyes. They have to be close enough. They have to be bunched up enough for maximum damage. We only have one shot at them.
So we want this main corridor right here where they're coming in across the bridge to be the main area they're going to funnel through. This is where crowd controls. We want the trap set up to left and right to make sure they funnel toward the middle.
I mean, that's something we should figure out. Which direction are they going to come from? How do we make sure that they are going to
Yeah, you won't know what direction they're coming from unless you want to go out and do some scouting of the land, which you can do. You guys have time. That's what this setup is for. So if you want to have a group of you go out and scout the land to see how they're going to maneuver, or even if you want to risk having one of the players hiding out there, so when they arrive, you get an idea of where the force is coming from.
I'll hide out.
What's up?
I said I'll hide out if you want me to.
Hey, he can lay on the ground and act like a dead body.
Rude.
But true. But true.
True. Very true.
I'm putting him over here. Val, that's you and your sniper unit. Your shotgun unit. Nate, what kind of unit are you taking?
Well, we got the snipers, which I think Malcolm should control, so I'll take the last one, I guess.
Keep in mind, total units. So, because I forgot to tell you this. So, total types of units. Let me see. You have two revolver units, the handguns, one sniper unit, and 2 shotgun units.
Yeah.
All right? So I'm guessing Bazinga's going to take the sniper unit?
Yeah, I'll take the handgun ones.
All right. All right, what about you, Mitch?
There's 2 revolver ones, right?
Yep.
I'll take a revolver one.
All right, I'll give a second shotgun one to, just give me a second, because I got to do some weird stuff to do this. So we're going to duplicate this one. I'm going to put the name Alex at the end. Throw that one over there to Alex. Let me configure it so it's under his control, which is technically my control, but I don't think this is going to get done by the end of tonight. Sniper unit. This goes under Bazinga.
All right, so Kane's out of control. Raven's going to be training his unit, and also you keep Zahn keeps mentioning traps. Raven points to the 2 what's it called, leash traps or whatever.
You think we can't hand fashion some traps, right, with what we got here?
I mean, be my guest.
All right.
Oh, that's why I don't see Axel on the map, because he's not on the map.
Yeah, I am. I'm
There you are.
um.
All right, Axel. So you get the other revolver unit
Okay.
because that's what's left.
I thought Zahn got a revolver unit, or
Yeah,
was
there's
I?
two revolver units, 2 shotgun units, 1 sniper unit.
Well, then what do I get? Oh.
I thought you got. Did I not give you something? Oh, I must have miscounted. All right, we'll give you
That's fine.
You could
He
pick.
can have my revolver unit. Cause I'm gonna be healing, so.
All right, yeah, we'll say that. You know what? We'll say you have. We'll say that you have control of the med unit, the nurses.
All right.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make more sense.
There's
Now
your
he's off
nurse
the
corps.
screen.
All
There
right.
he is.
I gotta delete this villager, change it to Axel. I know it's a little confusing, but it's all in the name of creative fun. And I'm forced to do creative fun because combat is not good in D&D. Okay,
Quit
now
your belly aching.
give me a quick second. Everybody see if you can move your extra unit around.
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
I can move mine and I can't move the others, so
Okay.
that seems to be working.
So for the villagers, they don't have multi-attack written in there. Make sure you remember they can fire twice. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Can you tell me more about the nurse corps?
Yep. I will read that right now for you. So the nurse corps has one ability, just like everyone else, no weapons. Heal a unit in touch range for 2d10.
So they just heal.
Yeah, that's what they're designed for.
Okay.
But keep in mind, you guys can control your guys too, so you can still throw spells and do shit and attack stuff as yourself.
Yeah, I was just wanted to make sure.
Their entire ability is healing. All right. So continue planning out what you want to do, but first you said you're gonna go out and scout, Mitch.
Scout, see if I can find materials to make like some rudimentary traps.
All right. So we'll say you and your unit head out over here to get a lay of the land. I want you to give me a investigation, and then we'll insight off of that to see how as you try to figure out what you feel they're going to do. You have no knowledge of defensive battle tactics. What you do notice, though, naturally, is there's another road coming from the north, over here.
Oh shit.
There's a road coming from the south here, and this is open field over here.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. That's some useful knowledge to know. I did want to check something, but I was gonna wait until, like, after the whole fighting ended, but I wanted to ask if I could maybe do it right now, and it might help a little.
What is that?
I wanted to check if Kane finds this place familiar. As in, as he raided this place in the past.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you another roll on the investigation off of that in an attempt.
Investigation?
Yeah, you're gonna. I'm giving you advantage because you could have asked this before, and I would give you advantage. So you're gonna look around one more time, and if you hit the DC, we'll say you recall that you've been here before. And
So am I just rolling normal then?
Yeah, just roll another investigation. You still don't really recall it. Again, you notice that you have the two roads and open fields to the south, and you notice that the most defensive positionings you have early on are like the high point buildings here, this creek bed which allows for like defenses down here, and then the barn over here are the most defensible areas at the start.
Well, that does tell me one thing that I can share. Can I go back to the group? Yeah. Hey, so I did figure something out.
I suck at those.
There's entryways everywhere. One thing I did notice is that there's a field over yonder. Raven, you should probably stick close to that area. Because if there's gonna be lots of crowds, it's gonna come from an open field.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then maybe one of us near but not right at each of the entrances. With our snipers up on the top.
The snipers have massive range, so if Bazinga was to put himself in the bell tower, his snipers would be able to reach the entire field.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Do you have your plan?
We should discuss more.
I would
So,
like
right-
to.
Go ahead, JD.
I'd like to survey the surrounding buildings and see if what building would make a makeshift triage center.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation as you kind of look around the buildings.
So our plan right now is get all of the crowd control along the south, where it's got the most open access way, and have the more generalist troops covering the other entrances with snipers providing fire support.
Okay. So, JD, you can't get heads or tails of the layout too much, but you do notice that this building behind you is made of brick, and most of the other ones seem to be made of wood.
Okay, I'm gonna escort the nurses, and we're gonna start preparing for
Over here?
for the battle.
Alright, so we say you go in there and you start organizing the beds and getting everything together, calling other villagers to bring stuff in and get the medical supplies into the building. That seems something that they'd have to get close to blow up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we say you said you were going downhill now. Which one of these buildings down here do you want to station these your units in?
I want to. So let's see. How big is this? Their range? It is 25 feet. So I want to station them in such a way that we can basically cover. What's it called? Crisscross the fire, so that we can cover the entire area.
I can tell you from here that you can probably. I can actually fire it just to get the layout for it. Shotguns will fire off out to here. I'm actually going to make their range a little bigger. I thought it was bigger than that. Give me a second. That's a little too small for what I intentionally built them for. So we'll put it at 50. And that will... Yeah. So they can spray from here. If you can see that template I just placed down.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yep.
And you said the barn was pretty sturdy.
Yeah. I mean, it's still made of wood, so it will get ripped apart as you go, but yeah.
So I'm gonna.
And then I would also like to prepare a building for us to fall back to. Probably this next one, next to the barn.
Okay. Keep in mind you only have one unit, so technically you don't have to prepare. You will be moving your units to there. The whole town will be defensively ready when the battle begins.
Right.
So the question is, where do you want to station yourself? Do you want to be up on this roof or whatnot? Put you over here for now.
I think somewhere on the roof, in a place where
You got excellent range too, so you'll be able to fire off.
Exactly.
If
I'll be
you're
able
from
to
there, you
cover-
can fire off over at this, and probably a little bit to here too.
Let's see. Eventually, I've got also 50 feet.
I'm gonna station. Let me change there. Alex's gunner to 52. I'm gonna station Alex's unit here, covering the street, and Alex over here on this roof, covering the main street.
Okay.
So you guys also have you still have up here and down here as the defensive areas I told you about. So Zon, where do you want to go?
Okay, so if we actually theoretically funnel them in like we want to, the shotgun units will do a majority of the damage, and then my revolvers could pick off the scraps, pretty much.
Yep.
So, if we were stationed, I would say here and possibly over here. Well, they're not 2 units or 1 unit, but I'm trying to act like they're 2.
So say you want to put your revolvers up in this building here, and then you want to set your melee maybe over here to catch them riding in through the buildings.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch them. Yeah.
Right. And Zigga, you're going to the bell tower, right? Kane, that leaves you. Where are you going, dude?
We can put these guys in a different place, right?
Yeah.
Than we are.
You just have control of your unit.
I'll be right here.
You're gonna stand right in the street?
Well, yeah, that's where they're coming in, right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, we should probably put them off to the side as like an ambush thing, I guess.
No, that's
yeah,
fine. You can go where you want with them. I'm just saying, like, this is like great RP because you're just standing in the middle of the street waiting for an army to ride in.
Fuck yeah. Badass.
All right.
Well, no, I think he should play dead, then add the blue after they walk past him, be like, surprise, motherfucker.
We'll put him up here so that you have rooftop sight. All right.
Hmm.
Okay.
All
Was everybody hiding on roofs?
Well, you want to hide on roofs and in buildings because that's an advantage.
Well, yeah, but how are they gonna get like the people that shoot the handguns? They're not. How far did they shoot?
Yeah, that's why I was having them on the ground here, but sort of like out of the
go
way, but they can.
0 to 60, dude. You have plenty of range,
Wow. All right.
and you can always move them around. You could have them move over to this roof, like in combat. I'm not gonna make you do all these different rolls to have them climb stuff. You have control to move these people. This is just your start of positioning. But if you want them over here, we'll say they're here, and that we'll say they're also. Can you still see them?
Yeah.
It disappeared.
We'll say they're invisible to the naked eye of the other attackers.
So they're with our characters at all times. They're not like spread out.
No, you can move them anywhere you want once battle begins.
Yeah, but so there's only one person with us.
No,
It's
have,
not one
25
person.
people.
You
There's
have 25 people in a unit on top of that in that bell tower area. They're all in that church, firing out of the church. When you fire,
That's what I'm saying. So they have to be together.
Yes. 'Cause
Okay, that makes no sense to me, but okay. Because
Well,
I was like,
why
I
they
could,
have to be
could
together
put
is
5
'cause
here. I could put 5 here.
Yeah, but
you know?
Bazinga,
It's
because
for
it
the
would be a
limitations.
goddamn nightmare to give you guys 100 fucking
Oh,
units to
I
control.
understand that, but that's not how fucking war works.
Dude, what the fuck?
These aren't trained soldiers. These are
Have you ever-
people who live in a village.
No, because I understand where Grim made this from. You play any kind of like turn-based like war strategy, it's actually a lot like this.
All I'm saying is I would have liked to do it that way, but holy shit.
I understand that, but I was just like, how's that gonna fucking work? Everybody, boom! Like 72 guns just shoot off
Yeah,
at the same
think,
time.
of, it, think of it like the Civil War, dude. You mine it up, you go, boom! Everybody's
Okay, we're
Well,
a
no.
phalanx. Okay.
Well, no, it showed like for instance, like even like Advanced Wars, you have a tank unit. It shows 1 tank on the map, but then when it shows battle, it shows like 30 tanks.
Okay, so you guys spend a week trying to explain to him that the gods won't let his unit separate, and then early morning, about 5 days in, are you going out to scout before you do this?
Yeah.
Kane? Alright. So you're out in the forest area. I want you to give me rolls to see if you see what's coming and where it's coming from.
All right. What type of roll?
The same as before, so
Investigation.
to look around the battlefield, and then
Fuck.
Did you fucking?
I wasted all my good rolls at the beginning.
Dude, you hear? Okay, so you hear literally nothing until at the last second you hear. You hear horses. You see a wave of horsemen ride up.
And I scramble back to where I was.
Next to that wave of horsemen, you see a guy ride out on what could only be described as a motorized wheelchair with two giant beasts on each side.
What the fuck?
And then he points out. He puts his hand out, and he kind of like moves his hand a little bit, and you see one of these creatures shoot forward and start riding around the outskirts of the town. And then it stops, and it turns and lets out a loud howl, and then starts running back. And he pets it on the head, and he whistles. So I can't whistle. So he whistles, and you see these horsemen start loading up their guns and getting ready, and you realize he doesn't know where everybody is, but he knows that there are people here.
Fuck.
At the very least, he knows something odd is up. Now give me a minute while I fucking get all of these people in the fucking... Oh my god. Just so you know, the practicalness of this wasn't really discussed with my own mind.
Can I scramble back?
Hang on, bro. Hang on,
All right.
bro.
All right.
Now, you down there in the corner see these things, and you had a bad roll, so you have no real cover. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw as you react. If you pass a DC of 15, you will react quick enough to start running back, or else you are waiting your turn to do so with your initiative roll.
Alrighty. Where is the... Okay, here it is. Dex saving throw.
That's all the bandits. Stop. Oh, holy shit. Alright, I need everybody else to roll initiatives, please. In what I call the clusterfuck. You should be able to roll your character's initiative and your unit's initiative.
Am I still rolling my initiative, or did I bomb that?
You're rolling your initiative. This means you don't get to move before your initiative, so you still have a chance of getting on the top. Okay?
I don't.
So I rolled a Deadwood Shotgunner, and they have an initiative, but then another one popped up?
Yeah, because there's multiple Deadwood Shotgunners. But when you mouse over, yours should say your name over. Yeah, I fucked that up. I'll just roll all of those, okay?
I don't see an initiative option for...
Hang on, I'll just roll all of those.
Okay.
I already rolled mine.
JD, go ahead and roll your initiative. Give me a second so I can adjust some names. Fuck, let's see. But do you think you've planned everything? Alright. Okay, so if you mouse over your nurse unit, you'll see their name. I'm gonna do the same thing with everyone. Bazinga. So if you mouse over your snipers, you'll see Baz, Nate. You had gunman, right?
Yep,
and
revolvement.
Right,
yeah.
you were down.
Oh yeah, yep.
So we'll go Nate. There. So if you mouse over the unit, you'll see your name on it. That one is Mitchell. Mitchy Mitch, even though that's not your real name. Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's Val, so we'll just add Val to that. Good, it's updating the actual things in the chat, I believe. Or maybe it is, I don't fucking know. But either way, I'll mouse over and keep track of whose turn is what. Deadwood Shotguns, I'm gonna guess that is Alex. Yeah, that's Alex. Alright, is that everybody's units with their names over for me? That way I can keep track of this. Alright, Mitch, first question. Did you get up to the top?
I'm second in line.
Okay. So bandit number 1. Bandit unit number 1 is... Woo! Oh my god, I actually... Okay. Bandit unit number 1 is gonna start riding up, firing off its gun, sees you, and just starts blasting at you. Why am I... Oh my god, this is not gonna work out at all. My bad. Did you cast... I cast Sanctuary on you accidentally, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that, dude.
You have Destin selected, I guess.
I'm on the bandit right now, dude. I'm literally on the bandit right now.
And yet it says Destin.
Destin's the band.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to be real mad because I put in work to make this work right, and now nothing's working right. All right, there goes that. All right, there's the bandit.
Okay.
There we go. Rides up, snaps off a crit shot at you immediately.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
As you get blasted for 25 damage in the chest. Woo!
By 25 people.
Kane, you're up.
Knees for
God
holes.
damn. All right then.
Dude, I please suggest you run. I suggest you fucking run.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like
Use
a plan.
all of your movement. Use your action to move again. Get inside a building. because
Where's
the
the dash?
Just say you're dashing.
Okay,
Get
I'm
inside
dashing.
a building so I can apply. I forgot to apply a cover to people, but we'll base the cover. I can just follow it. When you're in the building, you have cover, which means all attack rolls have a reduction in damage against you. You guys, no one else, just you.
Medic.
So there's the cover on you. I had to apply it to everyone. And go ahead and you still have your bonus action.
Alright, I know what I'm gonna do for that.
Cover. Over here. Where are you, Val? Where are you? You're so fucking small, Val. Get you your cover.
What? Oh, it heals? Alright.
I didn't heal you.
No, I mean this.
Oh yeah, you get temporary hit points. That's what that does.
Neat.
Hang on, almost done. Then we can actually get this going. All right. Bazinga is the last one that needs cover, I believe. Maybe Alex too, but we'll find out in a second.
My gunmen have cover, right?
No, the gunmen do not because they're just a mass of people.
Okay.
You have cover because you can duck down and you are trained. You know what you're doing. These are just a mass of stupid people. All right, so what are you doing? Is that your turn?
Yeah. Looks at the band, Dustin in bandit clothes, looks back up at the roof. Dustin is still there.
Woo! Next unit. Woo! Starts riding up, galloping in. Don, you are up.
Okay.
This is gonna take
Wait, is this both my units or is this me?
your unit's on the map, and I'll tell you when your unit comes up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I am just going to, well, actually, what I can do? Which one?
Also, keep in mind, you can get creative. So, Nate, if you were to say, I want to try to stealth and hide in this building, and you succeed, then when you do make an attack later on one of these units that get close, you'll get advantage and all sorts of shit. Because they don't see you there.
What, the building I'm behind?
Yeah, if you want to say, because you can't do anything where you are right now, so if you want to take cover and try to hide, I'll give you bonuses when they do get there if you succeed.
Oh, yeah.
All
I will attempt
Do
to
me a
hide.
stealth roll with advantage because they don't see you right now. And we'll see if you blend into the building. All right, so you slide back inside and you wait for horses to come. And you're holding your action, so if something comes riding by, you get your turn. We're gonna play loose with the fucking rules on this shit, because we're here to have some fun with it.
All
Right, Malcolm, you're up. You see the battlefield. From the position you're in, you can survey the battlefield to try and give commands to people, so you can say something like, Mitch, these 2 units are coming from here, and if you tell him that, I give him advantage on his next turn. So there's things you can do as a sniper. You just have to RP what you want to do. And then,
What do we got? Earpieces or something?
No, you can yell it out and give you are up in this
okay.
bell tower. They can look up in the tower and see you give signals. Think Saving
All
Private
right.
Ryan.
All right.
Great movie, by the way.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
the poor guy in the bell tower guy.
Yeah.
Didn't make it so well.
Oh my God.
So, first of all, how far can I can I hit any of them from here?
Yeah, you should be able to actually.
Yeah, you are just in range to fire at these guys, because these guys should be a little bit further forward. Yeah.
All right.
Because you should
And that
have
technically should confuse them because they'll be like, "What in the hell
your
did that come
sniper
from?"
rifles should fire have massive range. Let's see.
All right.
Oh
Avenge
no!
my
Oh, that's the
name.
gambit. That's the gambit. Wrong one. I was looking at the wrong gun. Yeah, your range is long. That's all it said. Why does Lucy have no? Hang on. Lucy apparently is not set up correctly anymore. So we'll say enemy. Let me just set the settings for you. 1 range 200 feet long. So you got up to 200 feet range up there. I don't know why Lucy's attack was fucked up. Probably because you never use it, so I didn't even notice that it was wrong.
I don't think I've used it since we've changed.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you could target and fire at one of them.
And I make I make a bird sound to get their attention, and I make gestures towards these guys over here.
Yep.
That those are the big guys.
Dude, you can't fire at these guys right now.
Okay.
That's my bad. They're on the map for visual, but they're farther out than everyone else. You gotta visualize.
Oh no,
the
but I'm
battlefield.
just pointing that's
alright.
looks like the big guy.
So
and
again,
then,
think of it like
Those are bad guys.
these guys are like 300 yards out on a hill, and they're ordering the units down into the place. Well,
And then
units.
the guys that are nearby, Zahn and Alex, I could be like the leaders over there,
Okay.
and these guys are just too far from me.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna take a shot at one of this guy.
Yep.
Let's see, Lucy. Now it says I got disadvantage.
Just
Is it
roll
'cause it
that
says-
at normal, because I think the setting's not correct for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just roll it at normal. As you fire off at riding in.
Oh.
You blow this one dude's head off, and his horse switches sideways and rolls, taking out 6 other horses and crushing these men as they come collapsing down.
Wow.
Well, I have to make a reason why a sniper took out 7 people, right?
Yeah.
You do have extra attack because you are level 5, so you get to fire again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are working like normal rules. Just remember, no disadvantage. Fire off another shot at the next unit. Swiping another This last group of guys kind of collapse together and break as they run off. As a unit goes down.
And I duck down behind my post.
Yep. Bandit number 3. Yeehaw! Woohoo! Riding in top speed. Fucking boom, 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 boom. Firing guns off in the distance. It's gonna take a pot shot at Mitch.
I thought he was undercover. They can see him.
Well, he's undercover, which means it gives all sorts of advantages on the attack roll. So it's disadvantage, and his armor, like, it reduces the amount of, like, the roll. It's like -5 on the roll when you have it when you have cover. So it makes it much harder to hit a shot. You see, this one's not riding up. This one, though, it doesn't have a gun out. He's got a torch in hand as he's riding up behind this group. He's like, yeah, give me cover, boys! Yeah! This one jumps over and starts riding forward. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Seeing the mass of people inside the building, he's going to take a shot at them. Should not be disadvantaged because they don't have any cover here. They don't get to have cover, as I said. You see, like, you see a volley go off and a bunch of people collapse inside the tower building.
Shit.
Destin's gonna move forward just far enough, take a look down, point towards you. I got you, buddy. I got you. I can't do the Destin. Okay. Oh, dude, he doesn't have the fuck. Destin's gonna jump down and use all his movement to cover run over to this side and get inside this building with you because he doesn't have the ability to fucking... Destin did not take the long-range healing spell. He's gonna use a level 1 heal on you.
Cool. Thanks.
Hang in there.
Cool.
Bazillin, your snipers are setting up the fire.
All right. How do I select them?
Click on them.
Okay, that time it worked.
Yeah, right. Click
worked,
on them
yeah.
and then pick the target. You're aiming at them. Aim at someone else now.
No, I know.
Yep. Okay.
Might as well do these guys. Okay. Sniper shot.
Hit. As again, a volley of sniper shots go off, taking out 7 of these guys.
Which makes more sense.
Dude, fuck you, bro. I'm trying so hard to make this cool, and you're like, oh, you fucking poke a hole in it. They do not get extra attack on the sniper, so that's the end of that turn.
Yeah.
Alex's shotgun unit is going to move over to the windows of the building on this side, and they're going to fucking blast off a shotgun volley on this one unit over here. That hits. As the spray blows these people away, killing this unit. Bandit group number 2. Bandit group down here. Move up. And they're going to continue firing at this unit in the tower that they have access to.
In the barn, you mean?
In the barn. Either way. That hits.
Well,
Sir! I'm the only one left of Team Bravo Alpha Whiskey Tango! Sir, help! God damn it, sir, help!
gotta wait my turn.
This one's gonna roll this way. And you said they were inside that building, so he has no vision over that one right there. JD, you are up. Oh, JD went AFK. I'm just gonna skip his turn because I don't want to risk his life. These guys are hitting pretty hard. Raven, you're up.
Yeah. Well, at this point, these guys. Yeah. So Raven is going to fight fire with fire. I am going to. Okay, so spells. I'm going to quick cast Fireball. Yes. Right there.
No targets to save?
Hang on. Sorry. There we go. Remember, this is set up oddly, so they're not exactly...
Yeah,
Okay.
my spell save DC is 15.
They don't get to save on this sort of thing. That's what I mean by oddly. Like, these units are just meant to take damage because you're fighting a large-scale battle. As you blow up the first wave of these units over here, wiping them completely off the map.
And then for my action, I am going to fire upon these invaders with my gun. Bam. And I don't think I have any kind of multi-attack, so I think that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Nurse is not doing anything. Alright, we go back around to the top of the order, and before the top of the order goes off...
Wait, what, you skipped like 3 of our...
Yeah, you skipped mine, Mitch, Val.
Oh, you were way...
And the
My
nurses.
bad, I did it wrong. My
And
bad.
the nurses.
My bad, hang on. Because I was on the nurses aren't taking their turn.
Oh, okay.
Because they're under JD's control, so I'm just waiting for him. Alright, Mitch, your revolver guys are up.
Alright. Let's see, they're gonna target. These guys, are they too... How do I look at, like, what they...
Right click on it.
Right click?
Yeah, right click and you'll have control of them.
Okay. How do I find their, like, attacks and stuff?
Go down to where it says feature, and it just says pistol, village pistol fire, shower.
Okay. And what is the range on that?
Dude, it's like 25, 30, like, you have plenty of range to hit them.
Alright.
I don't remember for sure. You're asking me, 60. You're asking a lot of questions for shit I don't remember.
I just want to know if it's more than 10.
It's not disadvantage. Never roll a disadvantage. Always normal. Alright?
Alright.
That's how it works. It's just the surprise attack comes out of here.
Oh, shit!
Whoa!
As you drill through that one, annihilating that unit.
My unit's doing better than I am.
Nate, your unit.
Okay. Actually, I have no targets, huh?
You have these 3 right in front of you. These
Oh,
two.
there they are. I'm looking in the wrong direction. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, wrong one. Target them. And wait. Oh, I have to right click to fire, huh? Or
Yep. You right click to change your little action bar to them, and then you go down and click on the bar
oh, okay, yeah,
where the words are under features.
yeah.
Say
Yeah. Skills checks conditions.
Remember, normal roll.
Well, how do I do it? It says disadvantage.
You just click on it, and when the box comes up, pick the middle one that says normal.
Oh, okay.
You hit.
Oh!
As you drill through a chunk of people here.
And they get 2 attacks, right?
Yes, the pistols get 2 attacks. My bad, I forgot about your guy getting 2 attacks, Mitch. But don't worry,
fine.
you annihilated someone anyway. This is all meant to be a fun event thing anyway.
I didn't mind either way.
As you annihilate another unit, they're making no ground.
Okay.
Val, you're one single shotgun guy. Whiskey Tango Bravo Alpha! Reporting, sir!
There's only one thing to do, soldier.
Cry and hide?
all the guns. Don't reload. Just pick up all of the other people's guns and fire them as well.
You see the scared soldier stand up, and he brings his arms up, and he plops like 40 guns down, and then he starts fucking clicking all the triggers back.
It's like in Mask when he pulls out all those guns.
Yeah.
I'm put here just to make sure it works as best as possible.
Boom. You shot yourself.
Why would it target not the guy in the measured template?
Either way, how much damage did it do?
22.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and kill him because he's dead. As you blow a hole so hard into yourself that it kills this guy too. A hole through space and time, killing that guy right in front of you. All right. Is JD back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. If you wish to send your nurse corps out to try and help Whiskey Tango Barbo Alpha sitting on 1 hit point, you can. But otherwise no one's in a lot of trouble right yet. But we've only just begun, my friends.
Where are they?
Over here to the south, down by this barn, down here. He has 1 hit point left in his unit. Sir,
Okay.
my men are bleeding out, sir.
Do I notice any enemies near there?
At this very moment, there are no enemies left on the map.
Yeah. Me and my nurse corps will go heal him.
Alright. Alright, so you can get to about here.
Oh, okay.
And you should be able to reach him with Healing Word if you wish to use it.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Let me double check and make sure, but I think Healing Word's got like enough range to do that. 60, maybe you have enough. Yeah, I'll move him forward 1 more. If you want to go ahead and try to heal him, you should be able to reach him with Healing Word. And then she can use her entire action to start moving further down there if you want to do that too. So that by next turn she can get there.
Okay. Right. I don't know if I really like that, but
when things start falling apart, dude, it won't matter. Are you casting it on him? If it won't let you, I'll move him forward a little bit so you can do it. There you go. 8 health, not bad. Sir! Sir, come in, sir! And he stands up on the roof and he starts giving these signals to you, Raven. And his hand signals are stating that miraculously 7 other people have gotten back up and said they refuse to stay down and continue fighting. Because Bazinga had to poke holes in my shit.
Now that's just not fair.
Alright, so as we right back around to the start, you hear a loud noise as you look off in the distance and you see Mortar of the Mortar family. And he seems to be preparing something.
Oh god, what is it?
You see him kind of wheel his wheelchair around. He's like, and he fires off a shower of hellfire missiles. Off into the air. Alright, I'm gonna roll 10 of these.
No.
Alright, so he hits with 8 of them. So 8 of these Hellfire missiles come flying through the air. Slamming down on this building set where Alex's guys are. 23 damage dealt to this unit. As fire erupts in the building from his Hellfire missiles. Give me a second, I forgot to pre-set my fire thingy. These buildings are now burning. This entire cluster here is now caught on fire. Then with his bonus, he's gonna whistle. As he whistles, you see flooding across the bridge. Here, here, and through here. Disruptor Beast. You know, I gotta tell you, this whole just fuck it, go with it philosophy, working pretty good for me.
Now, what about the traps we set up?
You didn't set up the traps, dude. I asked you guys to only set up where you're gonna lay around.
Oh, okay.
But I can let you do it during combat. Okay, so Disruptor Beast number down here did get a max roll, so he's going to go before you. Alright? So this guy's gonna run up on you and Alex. This Disruptor Beast slides in front. This is the last attack for this session. So we'll see where it leaves the session. It's going to, I've never used the Disruptor Beast, so give me a minute. Right, it's going to use its claws and attempt to attack you with both claws. Starting with the first attack. Hit. Deals damage. 8 damage. Gonna go with its second claw attack. Now I'm warning you, if this claw attack hits you, dude, it will rake you. It whiffs on its second claw attack. That's its turn. And that's where we will leave it tonight. The building is burning. You have 1 to 2 turns to get out of there before it collapses around you. So you got to move to another area. And once you move to another area, you have to be in another building or your cover is going to be gone. All right? Also, Mortar's tension and anger gauge has gone up by 1. He's getting pissed. You don't know what that means yet, but you will at one point. For those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching this utter stupidity. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks for the conclusion